There we go. Listen, there we go. Now you can hear me. I had to dress for the occasion. All right, I had to dress appropriately. I had to be in the right mindset to do this tier list properly. All right. You gotta look the part. You gotta look the part when we are reviewing some of the most highly prized and highly desired cosmetics in Team. They don't think how it be like it is, but it do. Just how it's gonna go. Oh god, did it mute again? Okay, my microphone's shitting itself. There we go. We're back. We're good. Piece of shit. I have to like adjust it so I'm not gonna like hit it with my chin when I lean in. There we go. Listen, I'm wearing TF2 hats, man. This is the norm, right? I mean, like this like you guys asked for this. Like you want these hats in game, according to Dave Riller. This is what you want in Team Fortress 2. You voted for this. You asked for these things. This is what you wanted. Oh god. I went to my grocery store and I went through the seasonal aisle and I just picked out a few whatever random shit I could get my hands on, and this is the result. So if anyone's curious as to just what the fuck I'm doing, I look in the part and I went to my store to see what TF2 hats I could find, and this is about as good as it gets. It's about as good as it gets. Give me just a second. I am going to hunt down stream appropriate music that will not get the VOD copyright nuked, because that would be bad. Let me find that real quick and then we can get started. We have a long list of cosmetics to go through today. Would anyone like to harbor a guess as to how many all-class hats there are, excluding competitive tournament medals and all the other weird medals that Valve hands out? Would anyone like to harbor a guess as to how many there are? How many that I have to fucking go through today? It's gonna be a long stream. It's gonna be a very long stream. There's quite a few. Unfortunately, quite a few. Bring this all the way back to the beginning. Perfect. We are in business. Bring this down. There we go. We have a grand total of 355. 355 cosmetics that I have to go through today. Somebody kill me. Please, somebody kill me. This genuinely sucks. I'm not excited. And we're gonna do everything in chronological order too. Sort by date. And we're going in chronological order here. Take one hat a day. It's gonna take at least a few hours. I'm gonna aim to get halfway through, and then I'll take a break, and then we'll keep going. And a lot of these, it's not worth spending a lot of time on, mainly because you have a lot of things like, you know, dueling badges and other little pins and things that Valve gave out over the years, or like hats that are only owned by one person, that kind of thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on those because it's not worth it. But beyond those, we're going to be here a while. We have a very long history of hats to go through here, because the frequency at which all-class cosmetics were added was a lot higher than any other kind of cosmetic, so it's a much more densely packed tale of cosmetic history in TF2. And when things started, you know, as was all cosmetics, you know, most were okay, and things kind of gradually, well, exponentially decayed into nonsense as the years went on. And you will see a very marked decline in hat quality. Granted, there were quite a few stinkers very early on, mostly in the form of promotional items, but we will get to those. But before all of that, how is everyone today? How's everyone doing? I'm gonna go through these donations that flooded in before I could get started. Oh, please, browser. You are the browser is officially crashing and lagging, and it's just not loading. Let me refresh the page. Not bad, that's good. Doing good, doing good. Slow, I suppose slow is good. Slow is good for a Sunday. Slow is good for a Sunday. Alright, there we go. All-class Gregnant tier list, good lord. Here's a bribe to put Cozy Catchers, Spooky Head Bouncers in a separate file tier below even Pillar on head items. Don't worry, I have some surprises in store. Your next tier list, rating the US presidents by their character design. I'm wearing these are all the elite grades for this year. I'm surprised Valve has not added any Easter items. This is a call for Valve. Hey, let's get some. Piece of shit. Oh, there. Piece of fucking shit. I really need to get a new microphone. I really need to get a new mic. This is getting ridiculous. I've had this same microphone for like 7 years. I need to go back and listen to what how that got cut. You know, that we will not have Christian representation inside of Team Fortress 2. Let me be abundantly clear. That was going to be a joke. It is a joke. I'm like clearly not asking for any kind of religious representation one way or another in a fucking video game, because someone will clip that, take it out of context, and go, oh, yes, he is, you know, he's a hypocrite. Wow, whatever. But I have to make that abundantly clear. This shit is really itchy. I really don't want to wear these the entire. I'll keep the party hat on. But I feel very naked without my glasses. Like, I normally wear my blue lights, and I feel extremely naked without them. And, like, everything looks different. My screens look different. I already feel my eyes, my corneas getting burned out of my skull because of the intense blue light rays that these glasses shield me from so my frontal lobe doesn't decay into a pile of ash. I feel so naked without them. It sucks. Let's see, a few more donations that I, didn't read here. Blink twice if there's an Emporium member holding a gun to your head off camera. No. Happy Mother's Day. Is today Mother's Day? I don't know if today is. When is Mother's Day this year? I don't think today's Mother's Day. Yeah, it's not until May 11th, so false alarm there. Death of an Art Style is bleeding IRL. Then keep them on now. Oh my god. Listen, I'll leave them on. Thank you for the $50, by the way, John Klops. You are very much a regular here, and I appreciate the money. I'll leave them on for as long as I can stand, but like the little frillies on the bunny ears are itching my scalp, and it's like, really, can I wear these at the same time? It's probably not gonna work out for me. It's not gonna work. There's no way to do it. These are like child's glasses too. They barely fit on my head. No, like, look, it's digging through my hair and reaching my scalp. It sucks. Oh, it's Mother's Day in the UK. See, I wonder if that's actually true. I feel like we're being trolled here. But if it is, happy Mother's Day, but only to British mothers. Only to the British mothers. All the other mothers around the world, fuck you. It's not your day yet. Only the Brits. Only the British mothers. This fucking itches. I'm getting glitter on my skin. This sucks. It's not comfortable. I don't like it. I don't want to leave mom the entire time. I'll do my best though. Ay. Again, I'll leave the party hat, but I'll stomach this for as long as I can. I'm gonna do it. Now you know how the mercs feel when you wear tacky cosmetics. Yeah, like if forcing the mercenaries to wear this shit, yeah, imagine how they feel. See, I really wanted to get some kind of light up stuff, like light up glasses or like a light up necklace or something, because they sell them. But the party supply store that's in my town is closed on Sundays, so I couldn't drive to get anything. I bought these like a week ago, the shit I'm wearing right now, but then I had to like delay the stream because I wanted to get a video out. So, oh well, no string of lights around my head or neck. Because I fucking hate Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. Going to Walmart is always such a, how do I put it? It's a very socially taxing experience Because at least in my neck of the woods, you know, there's a lot of homeless people around, and they like to occupy the Walmart. They kind of roam around the store, not really doing anything except being high out of their fucking mind. And they sometimes they walk up to you and they, you know, they reach out their hand and you know, they kind of mumble or mutter something, and it's like I don't fucking know what you want, man. Go away. You know, it's like yeah. I try to avoid Walmart as much as I can. See, I'm gonna start going to Costco because the frequency at which I consume eggs has increased by a lot in recent months because I've been going to the gym. So I'm like, we should start buying eggs in bulk because I go through a lot. I eat like at least minimum 4 eggs a day, sometimes double that. So it just makes more sense to buy things in bulk. It just makes more sense, really. This guy's made of money. I'm not made of money. I'm the recent grocery store prices. I've been feeling the pinch. Been feeling the pinch in my wallet. It's not good having to go grocery shopping these days. Shit that was not expensive 5 years ago is really expensive now, and it sucks. But there are ways to save money when you go to the store. There are precautions you can take. See, I don't want to get chickens. Raising and managing chickens is a bitch. And they stink, and they're dirty. You have to buy a coop, you have to maintain it. By the time you buy everything and set it up, it's just diminishing returns. I don't want to have to deal with a chicken coop. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't have a house. Listen, I don't have a house of pets anymore. I have 1 dog. All of my other pets died. Well, I have 1 dog and 1 cat. All my other pets died. Where's my cat? She's sleeping in another room. So I'm down to 2 pets, a dog and a cat, and the dog stays outside most of the time. So it's a very quiet house now. It's a very quiet house. All right, I can't stand this anymore. These are coming off. They're actually driving me insane. The party hat stays on. The party hat stays on, but I cannot wear that fucking those bunny ears anymore. I can't do it. The party hat will stay. It's a class. I have like 10 of these. Does anybody want one? I have a whole stack of these. I have no idea what to, I have a bunch of colors too. Does anybody want one? What am I gonna do with these? I'm not attending a birthday party anytime soon. None of my family's birthdays are until, well, really it's me next, but that's not until summer. So are these just gonna sit here and gather dust? I have no use for them. And these too, these like, what am I gonna do? I guess I'll save them for Easter in a few weeks. I'll save them for Easter in a few weeks. Give them to the homeless people at Walmart. Oh, God. Okay, so. Are we ready to get started? We have a lot to get through. Shall we begin? First up. You know it, you love it. You have the Cheater's Lament. The very first all-class hat added to Team Fortress 2. For very silly reasons, granted to players that were not abusing exploit, an unexploit, which I cannot remember what it was specifically, but they were granted to players for not abusing an exploit. And like, when I'm trying to like also remember what happened. So like, I know it was related to item drops, but I don't know what specifically they gave this, or why they gave it to people. I don't remember why exactly. Was it just because they were farming for items in item servers? Was that it? I don't remember exactly. Was running TF2 in text-only mode. Was that it? Because if it was just idling for drops, that's not as severe. I feel like it had to have been something like running the game in text mode. And then... So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, visually speaking, compared to many other hats that we're gonna get later on, it's really fucking tame. Like, this is about as inoffensive as it's gonna get. About as inoffensive as it gets as we go along, visually speaking. Like, there's a lot of history with this item, right? But I'm not rating these based off of history, strictly speaking. I'm rating them based off of appearance and aesthetic. And it's fine if you're gonna give me what is effectively one of the earliest slop items. You know, it's visually fine. I'll put it in. I think B tier is acceptable for the Cheater's Lament. We'll put it like top of B tier. I think that's acceptable. I think that's acceptable. And then we have the first of several gibbuses. I'm on the wrong layer. I need a new layer. Alright. We have the first of many gibbuses. Several gibbuses. Not that many gibbuses, but the first of several gibbuses. The classic Ghastly gibbus. I mean, these are, again, when it comes to the classic hats that everyone has, these are indeed iconic. I mean, it's not the Ghostly gibbous, which is the more common one. This was the original one that they gave out before they swapped it out. If I might be getting it mixed up too. It's the original one. It is the original one. So I'm gonna put this. We have a Pog tier. I don't like. I'm revealing my hand a little too early with the second hat immediately going into S tier, right? But we have a Pog tier, so it's going right up there. Classic gibbous right at the top. Oh, did it mute again? Or did I bump my mic? Whatever. There you go. We have Pog tier for the gibbous. See, we'll get to... We have other surprises up my sleeve later on, don't worry. Alright, then we have the mildly disturbing Halloween mask. And, yeah, if you know what these look like. Pretty much everyone has these at this point. You know, it's the different paintings on the mask. These are fine when it comes to Halloween cosmetics. They're fairly inoffensive. Like, if you think about when the game is supposed to take place and the tone the game is supposed to have, a paper bag over your head, it falls in line with the style of humor that TF2 on launch had. Like, if they were gonna do a Halloween costume, just a fucking paper bag with a drawing on it is fine. I'll put them in B tier. Visually, they're okay. Yeah, it's corny, but it's cool. It's fine. And then we have here the first of many promo items. We have the Bills hat. I mean, as far as hats go, it really is just one of the best ones in the game. It's simple, it's good, it's just a beret, and it's probably one of the best promotional items. I mean, of course, this is Valve promoting their other games inside of Team Fortress 2. I mean, I guess it's fine to do that with your own IPs, whatever. But visually speaking, it's fine, and it meshes really well with TF2. It's standard in a good way. Yes, indeed, very true. And yeah, it's very pricey these days, I agree, so, but I'm also gonna put this in Pog tier. It's another just really solid, classic hat for TF2. They're great. They're great. Okay, and so these three, we have some special hats here, so only one of these exists each. We have the Uncle Sam, the Amber's Red as Hell, and then J-Axer's Dapper Topper. So these were all named for prize winners for a, I think it was like a propaganda contest where they had to make propaganda posters with the TF2 mercenaries. So technically these don't really count. So I'm gonna like send them off to the side because only one of these exists each. But it's an interesting little piece of TF2 history what these were for. They were handed out to the first, second, and third place winners for that propaganda contest. And I have like a little tier. I revealed my hand a little early there, but whatever. But this is like badges and, you know, single instance items and what have you. So there's my F tier down there for later. Don't worry, it'll see a lot of use. Don't worry. But now the real meat and potatoes. We have the modest pile of hat, we have the noble assessment of hats, and we have the towering pillar of hats. Just the classic all-class hats of all time for Team Fortress 2. I mean, you know what? As far as they go, they're a little plain. They're a little drab, especially the modest pile of hat. But it's still a decent hat. You know, it's you know, there you go, simple, soulful. You can mix and match to your heart's content. They're just good hats. I'm gonna put at least the modest pile in B tier alongside the noble. I feel like the noble assessment is by far the weakest of the three. Because if you're like, it's like getting in second place. No one really cares that you got second place. And third place is just a normal hat. So this goes down lower in B tier, but then the towering pillar goes in A. Like, this is lower, objectively, but towering pillar goes in A because it's the fucking towering pillar of hats. Like, when it comes to the type of humor and wackiness that you get in Team Fortress 2, in my humble opinion, this is about as far as you want to go, right? It's tasteful wacky. It's not so overtly comical and what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not so crazy outlandish. This is about as far as you want to go. IMO, about as far as you want to go. Yeah, it's not tacky, it's not gaudy. Yeah, and any manner of adjective, right? Any manner of adjective. And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, we have the fucking Max's head. It's just Max's head from Sam & Max. I've always fucking hated this thing and how it sticks out like a sore thumb. Visually, it sucks. I understand that the hat has a lot of history. I know that it used to be a very valuable trading item, what have you, but these have always looked fucking awful. And I feel like whoever actually wears these, because these were always used as a form of currency, but if you actually wear a Max's head, and it's dyed anything other than an acceptable color, if it's dyed pink or lime green or black, that's kind of a self-report that you're a bit of a douche. Any person I've come across wearing a fluorescent Max's head is just not a nice person. I don't know why. That's just it could just be my experience. It could just be my experience. But what have you. Just say you clearly hate Sam & Max. I mean, obviously, I fucking despise Sam & Max. I fucking hate it. No, Sam & Max is fine. But I don't like thing from other game just in game. It looks like shit, sticks out like a sore thumb. Not a fan. D. It's not very good. Actually, no, I'm gonna put an E. Visual-wise, it's not good. It's not good. It really isn't. Okay, then we have a few badges here. We have Mercenary Badge, we have the Soldier of Fortune, and then we have the Grizzled Veteran. Oop. Oh my god, stop it. Grizzled Veteran, Primeval Warrior. So, if memory serves, played TF2 in 2007 before it released, like during the betas. Then, from 2007 on release until some point in 2008, if I'm remembering correctly. Then, another time span in 2008. And then at any point after 2010 is when you got this one, if I'm remembering correctly. I think my dates are a little bit off, but anyways, these are just, mementos of when you started playing Team Fortress 2, and I'm putting them all in the badges category, because you can't really rate these, You can't really rate them. Like, the exact time frame in which these were awarded to you is, it's on the wiki. And I don't have it, I don't have it memorized. Yeah, oops, I deleted this, or oops, I crafted this away item. Yeah. Then we have the fucking earbuds. Remember when Apple earphones, I know for a lot of you young people, this might come as a shock, but Apple's earbuds used to have wires, and they used to, plug into a phone. I know it's a novel concept, right? But like, they used to have these things called headphone jacks, right? They looked like this. They used to have these things called headphone jacks. They looked like this, and then what you would do, I know it's a lot of work. I know this might scare some of y'all. But what you'd have to do back in the day is you had your phone, right? And it had a little hole there, right? It had this hole in the back. That's the headphone jack hole. And what you do is you take the jack. Now pay attention. This is where it gets, this is the hard part. You'd have to plug it in like this. And then you could put it in your ear, and then you could listen to your music. It's a very archaic time, right? A very dark and primitive time in the expanse and the evolution of human technology. But now, thank God, we're out of the dark ages, and I can lose my headphones 1,000 times easier now than I ever did before. Thank God. And thank God they cost $100 now to replace them instead of $15. Like, thank God they cost $100 now.
And thank God they can fall out of my ear, and then they can land on the ground and shatter, or I accidentally step on it, or to get sucked up by my vacuum. It's such a convenience that they're so cheap and affordable, and very easy to keep track of. Anyway, the earbuds are shit. They're going in E. Or God forbid, run out of fucking battery. Yeah, it's like, and also, like, I know this might also scare some of you guys, but like, back in the day, earbuds, they didn't have batteries. You didn't have to charge them. You didn't have to plug these things in. You could just plug it in and you could just go. You didn't have to worry about if your headphones were charged. You didn't have to worry about putting them back in like a little dongle dock or something. You could just go. By the way, these are like the shittiest pair of earbuds I've ever had the misfortune to own. I know I'm only like 10 hats in, and I'm already going on a tangent. These are the shittiest earbuds I've ever owned in my life. I got these from a fucking Dave & Buster's party, like the party bin, like the prize store, because I went to a Dave & Buster's with some friends, and like it's so expensive. Dave & Buster's is so expensive, it sucks. And all the games suck. It's just all pseudo forms of gambling. There's nothing fun. They had like air hockey, and they had, you know, the basketball hoop, but everything else was like gambling. They had Galaga, which is something. Right, but other than that, it's all the gambling games, and you win tickets and you go get shitty Chinese prizes. And these were like valued, like I was valued like $20. These are like $3 headphones. Like they couldn't even be asked to have like a gold-plated jack. It's shitty silver, and the audio quality is AIDS. It's terrible, and like the inner wiring is already fraying inside. So if it wiggles a little bit, you get that crispy, crunchy sound. It's so fucking lame. Easily the worst pair of earbuds I've ever had the misfortune to own. Why did I get it? Okay, so I got these because I'm like, okay, what's something practical I can get other than like candy? Or like a Chinese finger trap or a plastic slinky. Like what's something I'll actually use after blowing $70 fucking on Dave & Buster credits? What's something I'll actually find? I'm like, oh look, a pair of earbuds. That's just a nice, like a spare pair of earbuds to have. Fuck it, I'll get these. And then it turns out, shocker, Dave & Buster earbuds aren't exactly of quality. They're fucking awful. Lesson learned. Don't invest in technology. Don't invest in Dave & Buster's tech. You're not gonna get your money's worth. You're not gonna get your money's worth. Anyway, we have the Alien Swarm Parasite. Yeah, everyone's favorite really shitty hat. Really bad. This is a promo item, isn't it? I think it is. I'm 99% sure it's a promo item. This one, like, at least with the Buds and the Max's hat, they're not hideous. They're not ugly. It looks like someone took, so it's like someone took a corn husk, right? Someone got a husk of corn, took out the corn, and you just got the leaves left, and you left them out in the sun, and they got dry. Never forgive Valve for not putting a head crab, but they did! We'll get to it later. It's everyone's favorite, not head crab. Yeah. Coming up later. This hat fucking blows. It's so bad. Like it's not even in like my Reddit tier. It's in the tier below. This is my pits of hell tier. This is awful. These are things that need to be removed from the game immediately. It's so bad. So bad. Like, here's the thing, man. So many all-class hats are terrible that I need a disproportionate amount of lower tiers to get through this shit. It's just such a terrible hat. Okay, then we have the bronze dueling badge, and the silver dueling badge, and the gold dueling badge. Don't really need to say anything about these other than, look, it's the dueling badges, so I'm just gonna put them with the other badges and move right along because we have a long way to go here. The Dr. Dapper's Topper. I fucking hate this hat. I think it's really ugly. The modeling is terrible. It's flat white on flat red, super saturated. It's just ugly. It looks good with nothing. It's just a terrible, crappy hat they threw in the game. I'm putting this in like, this hat I do genuinely fucking hate. It's ugly as fuck. I don't know. Actually, no, this goes in the soy tier because of Soundsmith. You're right. That goes in the soy tier. That's soy tier for Soundsmith. Oh, it's so bad. It's just nasty. It's a nasty hat. I can call his hat ugly. It's okay. It's gross. And thankfully, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a much more tasteful promo item in the form of the Ellis cap. Another one that's just good, you know? Funny how that works, where you have a game that's loosely based in reality, and you bring that over into Team Fortress 2. Shocker, also looks pretty good in Team Fortress 2, which is a caricature of reality, but still not meant to look like a fantasy world, right? So it's a baseball cap, it's Ellis's cap, promo item for Left 4 Dead 2. It's just good. I'm gonna put this in A. It's just one of the better promo items in the game. It's good. It's great. And then we have the Manco cap. That's given to you when you buy something from the Manco store. Or is it the, no, I always get these mixed up. It's been so long. Remind me how you get this one. I always get these mixed up in my head. Because you have the Manco store cap, which is black, and then you have this one. And you get one of them from purchasing something. I don't remember. I think this is the one you get from when you just buy something off the Manco store. Pretty sure. Or when you get a premium account. I have to, hold on, I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bother me if I don't look it up. TF2 Manco cap. I'm gonna do a live fact check right now because it's gonna bother me. Item is awarded to a player when they make their first purchase from the in-game store. Alongside this, any item that a free account player buys also upgrades their account to premium. Okay, so yeah, this is what happens when you buy anything off the Manco store. It's literally the same model. I need to stop saying literally, it's such a horrific misuse of the word. It's almost the exact same model as the Ellis cap, but it just looks worse. I think this is the definitive C tier hat. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just, you know, it's just there. How do you do that thing where you open the game and it has an anime girl copy paste in your console? So you need to have that in your auto exec. And so the last part of the auto exec should open your console and then print whatever ASCII art you want. It's a very simple thing to do. Just Google how to do it. It's very quick and dirty. It's not hard to do. And then here's a very obscure item. We have the polycount pin. I don't know why they put this in the game. I know polycount is like a community or a group for 3D modeling and such. But I don't remember why they put this one in the game. It's been so long. I don't know. I know it's not a promo item. I have to remind myself again. Hold on. TF2 polycount pin. There's some history we have to go through. I can't remember why this is put in the game. Item awarded to those who entered or were largely involved, whatever that means, in the polycount contest. Whatever the polycount contest was. Okay, it's still a very tiny, barely noticeable little pin that just doesn't really need to exist, and yet here it is. D, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I forgot the platinum dueling badge. I need to put that in the badges. Let me slide you on over there. All right, platinum dueling badge in the appropriate place. And then we have the very, very coveted, the highly desirable wiki cap. Man, this used to kind of stand for something, but what it stands for now is like a long history of crybabies. Like where like you're just not allowed to get this hat. Like if the people who largely controlled the wiki don't like you, but you contributed to the wiki a lot, and you were basically deserving of one, you would effectively never get the wiki hat. Ever. Like what it stands for is a very long history of silliness in the TF2 sphere. But in terms of a hat visually, the modeling work is really subpar. It's really, really underbaked. It's kind of shit. It's not bad. Like it's I'll put it in C tier as well, but it's just not a good hat either. It's very indicative of an earlier underbaked hat. Brotherhood of Arms better go in S tier because it's a hoodie and I unlocked one, so I'm biased. Look, Joey, this is my tier list, all right, and I appreciate your input, but you're wrong. But you're just wrong, all right. It's gonna go where I deem it so. We'll get. And we have a long way to go before I even get there, dude. I have so many fucking hats. Speaking of which, we have the second of the Gibbuses. We have the Ghastlier Gibbous. I mean, automatically, it's gonna go right up in the Pog tier. All the Gibbuses belong here. Ghastlier Gibbous. Like, you were awarded the different Gibbuses based on a specific year during the Scream Fortress event. I don't remember the exact way you got them because this was before my time. But I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yeah, this was 2010 and I started playing after Scream Fortress in 2010. So I don't remember. I do not remember. No, it's not my birthday today. I'm just trying to look the part. I'm trying to look the part of doing the all-class tier list. Anyway. Another classic, we have the Halloween masks, where, you know, each one is unique to the mercenaries. I'm just gonna put them with the other masks, you know, paper bag over the head, simple painting on them. They're fine. Fine, classic, tasteful Halloween cosmetics. Nothing else really needs to be said. And then we have the horrific head splitter. So, again, this is about as far as you want to go with the level of wackiness in TF2. It's almost too much, but it's not quite too far, right? It skirts the line a little bit with the joke it's trying to apply here. That being said, not a great hat. I don't want to put it in D tier, but I'll put it in, like, high C tier. It's not great, but I don't want to put it in B tier. I'm put it in C. I'll put it in C tier. Yeah, silly, not really horrible, but not great. That's the best way to describe it. Then we have the Horseless Headless Horseman's head. Like, it being Halloween restricted, you can get away with a lot. And, you know, it's the Horseman's head. Yeah. You know, when things started getting a little wacky for Halloween, but it's Halloween. I can't fault it too much. It is iconic. And compared to a lot of the other Halloween cosmetics, which we'll get to, it's, you know, classic soul. It's, maybe I'll put it in bottom of D tier. We'll shove it over here for now. I'm gonna have to zoom out eventually, but we'll put you there. We'll put you there towards the bottom of B. It's acceptable. And then we have the Saxton mask, which you could craft by getting all the other Halloween masks during that event, so it's gonna go right smack with the other paper bag masks, which is fine. And then the spine-chilling skull. Another one where I don't remember... It's ugly, by the way. I think these are hideous. I just don't remember how you got these. I can't remember. Was it crafting? I think you're right. That rings a bell. I think you had to craft these, yeah. And I do know that these are very rare and are very expensive in the trading scene. And they're just ugly. There's really nothing visually appealing for these. I'm gonna put them in D, like down here. They're just not very good. Voodoo Juju was another one that you could get from the same year. I think by similar means with crafting. Certainly better than the spine-chilling skull. The modeling work is not the best. It's just okay. It at least looks like a hat, you know what I mean? I'll put it in maybe C tier. Like, probably here. I think it's okay. We'll do C tier. I think C. It looks cool, but it's not, you know, it's just... It ain't all that. And then we have a Portal promo item, which you can now get in genuine quality. It exists. Yes, this does exist. It exists. It just shows that you got Portal. So I'm gonna put it down here with the Max's head and the earbuds. In a similar vein, we have the License to Maim, another Sam and Max item. It's not as visually offensive as the Max's head, but it's also it's not great. I'm gonna say it's small, not super noticeable. It's just not that great. I'm gonna put it in like upper D tier, I think. It is effectively loadout filler. It's not the worst. Yeah, at least it's just metal. It does make it okay, but I'm not gonna put it in C. Like C tier is reserved for things that are at least acceptable and passable and decent and hat-y. This isn't really hatty. Okay, then we have the bounty hat, the treasure hat, and the Haurwar, hat of undeniable wealth and respect. These are very expensive, like really expensive. Haurwars are, and they're fucking ugly. It's just a giant octopus on your head. I'm putting this in E tier. The treasure hats are a little bit more visually acceptable. I'm gonna put them in C, like kind of down here, but they're still they're a little tacky, they're a little goofy. I'll put them in C. Maybe upper D, I'm tempted. But yeah, I forgot how you got these too. I have to remind myself. Give me a second. Oh, right, it was a treasure hunt thing on Steam. That's right, yeah. You had to complete different objectives on Steam, and then you were given the hat for the summer sale. Yeah, these were summer sale hats, basically. And so the Haurwar was given if you completed all 28 achievements, and then these for lesser achievement, for a lesser amount of achievements. Visually they're not stellar, but I'll put these further towards the bottom of C tier, I think. About right there. I think that's fair. I think that's acceptable. Yeah, so the hat of undeniable wealth and respect is a bit of a mouthful, so people shorten it to H-O-U-W-A-R, and you say Haurwar, or Haurwar, however you say it. So, whatever. We have the rather festive tree. Yay, everyone's favorite. We've all seen this one in the fucking game, dude. Oh, it's bad. It's so bad. It sucks, and it has jiggle bones. It's like a little dingling dongle, like rubber tree. Yeah, it's just really bad. I'm gonna cast you into the fire. Down into the void you go. It's just, there's nothing charming or redeeming about this hat at all. Like, I don't even think Reddit likes this hat. If Reddit likes this hat, it would go here, but I don't think anyone likes this. Does anyone like this? Like, raise your hand if you genuinely enjoy this cosmetic, because I don't think I've ever come across someone who does. And if you do, you're lying. If you do, you're lying. You only like it because this was your first cosmetic drop, and you just don't know better. You don't know better. Yeah, like 10 years ago. Yeah, that'll do it. Sad nostalgia. Yeah. Okay, and then we have the World Traveler's hat, another classic hat. You know, you pay the map stamps, you get the World Traveler's hat, and then at a certain point, you get like the map stamps effect. Correct me if I'm wrong, the effect plays on the maps you buy a stamp for? Or do you have to buy a certain number of stamps? I don't remember how the effect appears. It appears it plays on the maps you bought the stamps for. Okay, so I was right the first time. It's C. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Visually, it's, it's a little pirate hat. I know, I see Pirate Spy. I know, it's the Germa joke, but it's still not a good hat. I'm gonna put it down here. We'll put it below the wiki cap in terms of its visuals. It's not, listen, it's another hat where it's not bad, it's not good, it's just, whatever. It's not bad, it's not good. And then we have the Athletic Supporter, and this was from Super Monday Night Combat. There were a lot of cosmetics from that game put in TF2. That's such a strange thing. So many cosmetics from that game. That's now long since dead and gone. Like, you can't even play that game anymore. It's dead and gone. And like, accounts that have these promo items are extremely rare. Like, super rare. Like, you almost never see these cosmetics in game ever anymore, because they're just ancient. I mean, visually, it's just a baseball hat with the Monday Night Combat logo, polycount pin territory, I guess. It's not ugly. I'm not gonna put it in E, it's just a baseball hat, and baseball hats are fine, but this one just has the Monday Night Combat logo, so D tier, I guess. I think that's fine. Okay, here's some interesting items. Some of y'all might know these exist, but you might not know why. These are very special, and I think these are really cool. And these resonate with me because I'm a geologist. So you have the humanitarians Hachimaki, then you have the oh, god damn it, not again. Then you have the benefactors, I'm gonna say it wrong, the Kanmuri, and then the magnanimous monarch. So, some of y'all might remember what these are for, but back in 2011, when you had the magnitude 9 Tohoku earthquake off the coast of Japan, Valve ran a little campaign where if you bought these hats, all of the proceeds went to disaster relief over in Japan. That's what these were for. And this one was like if you paid like $7, and this one was like $25, and I think this one was $100. So depending on how much you paid, you got one of these hats, and these are extremely rare, like super, super fucking rare. The only one I've ever seen in game is the Humanitarian Hachimaki, because that one was the most common, but these other two practically do not exist out in the wild anymore. Like there are so few of these to begin with, and the active accounts that have these are basically near zero, which is crazy to think about. So, the one that visually looks the best is the Hachimaki. I think it's fine. You know, it's a headband with a flower, so I'll put it in C, or maybe B. I think it's okay. And these are, while signs of your generosity in trying times, they are both very ugly hats. I'm gonna put them in E tier. Neither of these are very visually appealing at all. What they represent is, you know, a very selfless and charitable act, but they are still very ugly hats. So I'm gonna put them in E tier. Listen, we're rating based off of visual appearances here. Not the lore, not you know, we're going on pure visuals here, all right? This is an outrage. Listen, I commend and respect everyone who donated in those trying times, but I'm not. They're ugly hats. They are. They're S tier in my heart. That's a very good way of putting it. They are S tier in my heart. Yes. They are S tier in my heart. Desti hates charity. Oh lordy, here we go. Oh god. Yeah, and then like another tangent. We're not even like a tenth of the way through. Another tangent. Man, that fucking earthquake over in Myanmar last week, crazy shit. That was really bad. Like really, really bad. It was the first major earthquake of that size in over a century, which is crazy to think about. It was a mag 7.7, ultra shallow, and directly underneath a city. It was about as bad as it gets. Yeah, it was last week. It was a couple days ago. So, like, I have a couple of things bookmarked here. Let's see. Do I have the, let's see here. Need the, shake map for it to get a better visual. Yeah, here we go. So USGS is usually pretty good at telling you where it was. So the fucking epicenter, or the focus of the earthquake, was directly underneath fucking Mandalay, one of the biggest cities in the fucking country, right? Crazy bad earthquake, magnitude 7.7, and it was ultra shallow. It was only about 10 kilometers deep. So let's see. Do they have the depth report? I know they have the. Let's see, regional. Let's go to the overview here. Yeah, so it was only 10 kilometers deep, so super shallow. The intensity map, really bad. Like, the shaking was so bad, it was felt as far as Thailand in fucking Bangkok, and buildings were shaking in Bangkok because of how bad this was. So, okay, I'm rambling here. So, generally, when an earthquake is shallow, it is way worse. Because when an earthquake is deep, generally I have to give some back context here. So, the type of fault that is in Burma is like the type that's in California, where you have two tectonic plates slapping against each other and they're sliding past each other like this, right? And because they're locked together, they're building up a bunch of stress, and then once the friction between the two plates is not strong enough to hold it anymore, then it slides in an earthquake and all the shaking happens, right? Generally, strike-slip earthquakes is what it's called. They're very shallow, right? And when they're shallow, there's not a lot of earth, like earth mass between the epicenter or the focus and then like where people are. So there's not a lot of distance for that energy to dissipate or attenuate. So you get the full brunt of all of that energy really fast, and almost none of it goes away when it's that shallow. So the shaking and the power was really, really fucking intense. Whereas if you have a much deeper earthquake, and of course you have more, there's more factors that go into it in terms of your geologic setting, like the kind of rocks it has to go through, the type of subterranean, the type of subsurface structures the waves go through, what have you. But generally, when your earthquakes are deeper, that puts more earth between, it has to, the energy has to travel a further distance. And so it attenuates, it dissipates, so it's not as bad. But this one was super shallow, which is why the shaking was so bad, and you had fucking buildings collapse, there's thousands of people dead. It's really bad. So, yeah, anyways, that's a random side tangent. I apologize. I know that's not why people are here. Anyways, Arbiter Labs hard hat. It's the fucking potato hat. I mean, it's another kind of crappy classic hat. This is C maybe, like upper C. It's okay. It's ugly, but it's ugly, but it's fine. And then they released it again. It's the same fucking cosmetic again, just under a different name. The Resurrection Associate pin. I'm gonna put it with the other one, so right down there you go. Yeah, Valve put it in the game twice. They put it in the game twice. And then we have the Space Chem pin. I don't know what this is from. This is, it's a promo item for something. I don't know what. It's just a game called Space Chem, I think, right? Yes, it's just a game called Space Chem. It's shit. Like, oh, I hate this, I guess? I don't know, like here, like we're not in offensive territory yet, like we'll get to offensive hats very soon, but it's just kind of shit. And then we have the Frontline Field Recorder. Was this the one where you had to do a replay? Or is that later? No, I think it's a later hat. I know one of them is like where you had to do replays. Yeah, this is the one, right. You had to upload a replay through the game, put it on YouTube, and then get 1,000 views for it. This is a hat that you can't get anymore because the replay system is broken. You can't get this anymore. It's kind of sad, so it's a relic of the game's past. Relic of the game's past. You can get through Sam? Okay, so you can still get this, never mind. Either way, replay system is still broken. I'll put this with the potato hat. Visually, it's not all that great, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, yeah, the correct way to say it, yes, is no one can get this legitimately. Yeah, no one can get the hat legitimately. That's the right way of putting it. And then we have the very highly coveted Critscast Lo-Fi Longwave. Another hat that used to really stand for something and like have a lot of meaning, and now it's just like this weird little prize that they dangle in front of the community to get involved. Like, look, you can win this fucking hat now. Like, they used to give this out to people who like went on their podcast, and it was kind of a cool thing. And then like if you went on their podcast, you could then like recommend the next person to go on, and then they would get the hat. So it was like this chain that would go on and on and on. But they don't do the podcast anymore, and the Critscast guys just kind of like, what do they even do anymore? What do they do? I have to fix my hair. Hold on, this is driving me nuts. Like, I don't know what they do now. I have no idea what they do. But yeah, it's kind of a relic of, the game's past and what have you. Yeah, now he's I know one of the guys is a bit grumpy on the Twitter account. He even accused me of cheating one time. Wow, this memory is flooding back to me. He accused me of cheating with the direct hit and put a clip of me on Twitter, like a clip of me playing, saying I was cheating with the direct hit, and then he deleted it when he got called out. So, how far the pillars of this community have fallen, that's for sure. The hats, I'm gonna put it, I guess, with the other hard hats. It's not offensive, but it's a C tier hat. Yeah, it's a C tier hat. It's not quite soy. Maybe it is. Maybe it's soy now for what it represents. You know, it's like the little party favor that they dangle in people's faces. It's lost a lot of its meaning. It has. Critscast is a lost TF2 gem, kind of like rocket jumping videos. Rocket jumping videos, nevertheless, are some of the most dope videos to watch. Indeed. I don't remember if it was Aggro who made that tweet. I don't recall who it was exactly. Okay, then we have the Spiral Knights hat. It's a Spiral Knights hat. Yeah. D. I'm gonna put it in D tier. It's just kind of ugly. Put it like over here. There's not much to say about it. Yeah, it used to be a soldier hat. Did it used to be a soldier hat and they made it all class? Is that what they did? You can do this one. You can still get. Interesting. There you go. The cool free-to-play hat. There you go. It is one of the hats for sure. It's just not very visually appealing. I'll put it in D. Then we have the Professor Specs, another item that is awarded to you. It's awarded to people who recommend the game, right? Like you can recommend, like if someone if someone tells you to play the game, you can recommend that they get the hat or something. There's a coaching. Is it coaching? I don't remember. Tutor program coaching system? Is that what it is? That's it. I couldn't remember. I have this. I own this one. At least I think I do. I may have crafted it a long time ago, but I used to own this. I know I did, because I wore it all the time. C, I guess. It's not offensive. Just put it like around here. I think C tier is fine. Nothing special, nothing crazy, nothing fantastic. Same goes for the proof of purchase. You bought something. Yeah. Does coaching still work? No, I think coaching's been broken for a long time. Yeah, this is what you get for the orange box. This is the orange box hat. And you know, something I never ever fucking noticed about this is that you have a very faint TF logo on the helmet. I never noticed that until I was downloading these pictures. I never noticed this. Ever. Yes, I know it's stupid, but I never noticed that there was a TF logo on this hat. It's very faint, but it's there. I guess a lot of you guys didn't notice too. There you go. Yeah, very subtle thing. You know, it's fine. Oh, it's another helmet. It's okay. C tier, I guess. It's fine. Then we have the summer hat, another summer sale item. Okay, yeah, so people are gonna ask why is the paint splotch there. So as I was originally gonna do this stream yesterday, but the fucking TF2 wiki was just broken. It's been broken for a long time because it's just gradually falling apart. And I had to manually Google each individual hat on the list and download whatever version I could find on Google. And so this one came from the Steam market and it had the paint on it, so whatever. Yeah, this was another summer sale item. It's fine. It's a bucket hat. I don't know. It's okay. I think we'll put this in C tier as well. It's okay. I guess here, the summer hat. And now we have the summer shades. I'm actually a big fan of the summer shades. These are a really versatile cosmetic because you can paint them, they can be a whole bunch of different colors. It's probably just one of the best loadout fillers in the game. It's just a really simple, tame pair of sunglasses. I'm putting these in A tier. They're just good. They're just good. they're really cool. They're just a simple pair of sunglasses. They're great. And then we have Dr. Groardbort's crest. I forgot why you got this one. I think it's because you had to buy the Groardbort pack, I believe is how you got it, with like, you know, the bison and the cow mangler and the what have you. It's just a pin. It kind of sucks. E, I guess, down here. I'm actually going to bump the poly count pin down here because it's fucking ugly. It's another little medal that you get. Nothing much to say beyond that. And then we have the Company Man, Deus Ex. Another baseball cap that is fine, I guess. You can get it in unusual. It's cool, I guess. How expensive are these in unusual form anyway? We'll look it up real quick. Let me see. I'm curious. Yes, Jill, I'm human. Trading, pricing, browse by item, any class, multi-class. How expensive is the Company Man? Company Man. It's pretty pricey still. Let's see. What are some value? What are some prices here? What are these going for? That real quick. Yeah, you can get some pretty cheap effects for like 25 keys. Any effect that's worth getting is going to be a lot more expensive. Like, show me something worth getting. What about like Burning Flames? What does that go for? People are buying it at 400. Ugh, just because it's old. Anyway. I don't know. It's mediocre at best. It's another ball cap. It's not bad. It's not good either. It's not quite it's here with the Monday Night Combat promo hat, just to be consistent. And then we have the Deus Specs. It's the glasses from Deus Ex. Glasses from Deus Ex, except it's in TF2. I've never liked these. They're really ugly. They're not flattering at all. You can't really make any good loadouts with them. I will concede that they are cooler than the hat, but they still don't look that good. I don't know, man. I can't put them above D. I'll put them higher in D, but I'm not gonna put them above D tier. They're just, well, the thing is, they look good on Pyro because they only recolor his eyes. But on the other classes, it's not. It ain't all that. Okay. I never asked for this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you never didn't ask for this, but you're getting it anyway. I realized I missed a few donations. Don't forget something about flammable lithium-ion batteries. That was part of the context from earlier. I apologize. I missed that one. Alright, so now we have a bit of soul here. We have the party hat. Beautiful. I mean, it is just a classic, you know. It is a classic. It's a classic hat celebrating TF2's birthday. I'm put it in A tier. It's not quite S tier, but it goes in A. It is a classic soulful hat. Happy birthday to our favorite game. Going right up in A tier. Combi soy? What? How can you fucking call this a combi soy hat? What does that even mean? Like, if you want a compy soy hat, you have the fucking Max's head right there doing all the work for you. Yeah, this is doing the heavy lifting. You own this? Yeah, this is the hat that everyone is very proud to own. It is the party hat. And then we have the killer exclusive. Something I didn't know about the killer exclusive, funnily enough, is like, you got this. It was awarded in genuine quality to players who redeemed the code included in PC Gamer. So this is like quite literally a press hat that you could get by in genuine quality by associating with PC Gamer. Interesting. You redeemed a code and you got this. How far PC Gamer has I saw a really funny headline out of it's a good hat. I'll put it up. This is like like classic 8. Like this fucking hat right here. An unusual form of the killer exclusive used to be like the highest of high tiers. Like a fucking Burning Flames killer exclusive, that was the big shit back in the day. Fun fact, the first ever Unusual I ever opened back in 2014, I think? I wish I still had this recording because it was so funny. I opened up a circling peace sign killer exclusive, which back then was really expensive, super expensive. And I was really happy. It was like 500 keys. And I was really excited about it. And then they dropped in price significantly once they made their unboxing rate a lot more common. Yeah, and so now the Unusual killer exclusive are not nearly as special as they once were. But back in the day, they were a big deal. That aside, it's still a really good hat. You know, it's really good. It's a lot of loadout versatility. You can do a lot with it. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It is just a really, really solid hat. Yeah, they used to sell for fucking 10 grand. I know. Yeah, they used to be really fucking expensive. Really expensive. Okay, then we have the Clan Pride. This is a decalable item. You can put any picture you want on this. Given that you can do whatever the fuck you want with this, I think I'm probably gonna put all of the decal items in A tier because these are all just so fun. And so I'm also gonna put the flare up in A tier too because these can be literally anything you want. And they're so fun. You can do so many jokes, memes, anime, boobs. You can do whatever the fuck you want with these. They're great. We love decalable items in TF2. They're so fun. Like, no other game lets you do this. No other game lets you upload any image you want and put it on an item to show other people. No other game fucking does that. Other games, like, let you draw things, but not images. It's so funny because, and it's so cool, right? Like, think about this, right? People could have done a lot of terrible shit with decals. But generally, over the years, the worst we get is, like, porn. For the most part. Every now and again, you get some guy being edgy with, like, a gore decal, but, like, over my now 15 fucking years of playing TF2, I think I've seen gore on a decal, like, twice. In the span of 15 fucking years. So, extremely rare. If it just basically never happens. Beyond that, like, porn and swastikas. Like, you get pride flags, porn, and swastikas. We got the whole fucking spectrum covered here. We got all the extremes. Yeah, there's also the conscientious objector. Yes, Dreamy. You have the conscientious objector, which is the sign. You have the flare. You have the photo badge, which we'll get to in a moment, and the clan pride, which lets you put decals on them. So, yes. But no, yeah, we have the full spectrum of shit you can put. Like, there's a really funny classic image at this point where, like, you have a guy holding up a pride flag sign and another guy holding up, like, a swastika flag sign. That's TF2. That's great because you can do whatever the fuck you want. We serves all kinds. Anyone's allowed to have a voice here. Speaking of shit, we have the hot dogger. I fucking hate this thing. Like, if it had just stayed for Scout, fine. If it had just stayed for Scout, I wouldn't have any issues, but it was retroactively changed to be for all classes, so fuck it. I remember being followed by two guys on casual Dust Bowl with uncensored black dicks. Oh, Joey, that is the quintessential TF2 streaming experience, is being followed around with explicit material on decals. That's just I've had it too. I had guys following me around with goatsy or porn. It's just how it goes. That's why you gotta turn off decals if you're playing the game. You gotta turn it off. You gotta be careful. I don't know. I don't like the hot dogger. I think it's shit. I'm gonna put it in D. If it was just for Scout, you know, it can be in line with his character and it'd be fine. How do you turn off decals? Well, now, back in the day, you had to install a mod to turn off decals, which is not hard to do, but it wasn't an option in the game. But now there's an option in the advanced options menu that you can turn off sprays and decals in TF2 so you don't have to see them when you play. If you're streaming the game, so. But beforehand, there was no ingrained way to turn them off. Okay, and then we have the Maniversary hat. You got this during the Maniversary update for some reason or another. I don't remember exactly how you got it, but it's a newspaper hat. Cool. D, visual-wise, I mean, it's kind of cute and charming. Maybe because like the soul factor, like the World Traveler's hat, I'll put it in C tier. I'll put it in C tier. We'll put it there, but I can't put it above C. I can't put it above C. And then we have the Merc's Pride. This was also a promo item. I forget for what game, but this is just one of the best all-class cosmetics in the game. It's a really good loadout filler. Like, this is just so, like really good. Really good. Like A tier cosmetic. It's fucking awesome. I forgot what it was for. Oh yeah, was it Football Manager? Yeah, this is a fucking Football Manager item. Like, of all things, Football Manager. That's where it's from. So yeah, we'll put it in A tier. It's just really good. And then here we have the photo badge. Like I said, all the other decalable items going right there in A tier. All the fun you could ever ask for. And then we have the Salty Dog. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know this wasn't originally always all class. It was only for Soldier, or was it only for Demo Man before? I don't remember. But now it's all class, because it was retroactively changed to be all class. And as far as all class hats go, it's fine. I think this is B tier territory. I think this is B tier worthy. It's okay. I'm not a fan of the modeling work on this one so much, and the texture work's a little but it's a serviceable hat. It's okay. It's just decent. Okay, then we have more Halloween items. We have the Abominomicon. You can't really rate this one. It falls into the badges territory, so I'm gonna put this with the other badges. So we'll just put you down here. And then we have the Ghastlyerist Gibbous. The Gibbous of all time. It is the Gibbous of all time. Going right up there in Pog tier with the other Gibbuses. You love to see it. You haven't seen all these items? Dude, there are, oh my god, I don't even have a correct figure. There's something like almost 2,000 cosmetics in Team Fortress 2, so the chances of seeing all of them are already extremely rare. And most of the ones you're going to see are ones you can craft from refined metal because those are the easiest to get. So, yeah, Valve has crammed a lot of shit into this game over the years. A lot. 1,890? It's something like 2,000. It's almost 2,000, which is nuts. And then we have the Monoculus head. I'm gonna put this with the Horseless Headless Horseman's head. It's another Halloween achievement item, and it replaces your head with a giant eyeball. It's classic soul, fuck it. It's going right there. And then we have the Seal Mask. It's the Seal Mask. Yay. I don't know. I know it's another kind of classic soulful item, but I don't like it that much. I guess for the sake of consistency, I'll put it in B tier with the other, you know, Halloween masks and items that are kind of just given to you for free. I'll put it there. So, like, this is before. Like, D for dumb? I don't know, Joey. Should I put it in D for dumb for Joey's sake? Fine, I'll put it. I'll throw you a bone on this one, Joey. I'll put it in D for dumb, just for you. This fucking strap is making my chin itch. Ugh. Okay, and then we have another spine-chilling skull because Valve said, yeah, sure, we'll do it again, and then make another ugly skull hat. It's gonna go right with the other one, right in D tier. They're just so visually unappealing. Why are they so lumpy? Why are they so lumpy? Less edgy, still ugly. That's actually a very good way to put it. I'd put it in E. E is like really bad, like really ugly, really bad. Maybe I'll put these in E because they are pretty bad, aren't they? I'll bump these down for the visuals. They're just not very appealing at all. This is one of the, so like, if you're gonna make a promo item for TF2, right? You wanna make something that at least has a little bit of thought, or at least something that, you know, you make it a hat, or you make it a piece of clothing, or you make it a gun. That's at least what Valve would try to do for the most part. But then you have, it's about as lazy as it gets. Mark of the Saint for Saints Row, it's just the fleur-de-lis symbol for Saints Row. Cool. In the form of a badge. This just sucks. They could have done anything. They could have taken anything from that game and made a cool promo item for it, but it's so lame. Ugh. I kind of want to put it lower because of how, I'm going to put it lower because of how lame it is. They just didn't even try. They didn't even try. Like, you got it for Saints Row 3, I think? Saints Row 3? Pretty sure? Why is the Hitman Duck not all class? You fucking tell me, man. I don't know. Okay, then we have the point and shoot, another promo item. It's at least a hat, you know? It's at least a hat. It's a little gaudy. It's a little big. I can't fault it too hard. It's at least not super gaudy. I'll put it like lower C tier. I know, yes, it's the Muselk hat. Yeah, I'll put it down here. It's not horrible. No, it's not soy. It's not quite soy. I can't do it. Also, donation. Hold on one second. Been a long-time watcher, and I just wanted to commend your down-to-earth attitude and improvement in content. This is the least I can do. Thanks, man. Even just watching is already more than enough. Like, how many people are fucking watching? I have fucking 1,200 people watching me. I have 1,200 fucking people watching me talk about hats in a 17-year-old game. Jesus Christ. Like, the fact that this many people are watching me do this is insane. I wouldn't have ever thought that this would be happening now. Ever in my life, that people find me that entertaining or at least value my opinion that much. That's insanity to think about, but even just watching me is already more than anyone could ever do, and I can't thank you guys enough. It's every day, like I don't know what I'm doing, but I just keep growing. I guess I'm doing something right. So thank you a lot. I really appreciate it. Apocalypse came with the badge, explains why the badge is half-assed, but I think I caught that there was like a change in management midway through the project. So maybe that's why. Anyway, moving on. Top Notch. Only Notch has this. And I think there's not that much visual evidence of the original. And I can't really rate this one because it's only owned by one person, so I'll put it over here in this category of only owned by one person. So we'll put it here. The Notch hat goes in the badges and only owned by one person territory. Like, you can give it to yourself on a shitty Skyle server, but you don't actually own it. So. Big Man of Christmas, the original classic Santa hat for TF2 that honestly, it looks the best. It does. It genuinely looks the best. Out of all the Santa hats we got, you got this one. I forgot how you got this one exactly. It was, was it for the, oh, I don't know if it was for a winter sale? I forgot how you got it exactly. I can't remember. Someone refresh my memory. I can't remember exactly how you got this one. It is very expensive now because it's very limited. Was it winter sale? Winter sale crafting? It's something. It's something with the winter sale. I can't recall. But it is like just the classic best Santa hat in the game. But it is still a Santa hat. I can't give it A, but I will give it B tier. It is just it's one of the best Christmas hats in the game. Because you can't really get more subtle than that. It's just a simple Santa hat. It's good. Speaking of simple but good, we have the Brown Bomber. Classic hat. Really good loadout versatility. Looks good on pretty much every class. It's just another really solid hat. It's just good. I'm putting the Brown Bomber in A tier. It's a fantastic hat. It really is. It's like, it's killer exclusive territory, but it's still very good. It's very good. It is good. Okay, then we have a couple more Grordbort badges for whatever reason. I don't even know why these were put in the game. I don't recall a reason or what have you, but they exist. So I'm putting them in the E tier of suckitude. They're not that great. And then the Ebenezer was also a hat that you could get either from the winter sale or crafting or what have you. This is another one like the Big Man of Christmas. Visually, not as good. I wish it didn't have the snow on it. But yeah, it's the Ebenezer. The Ebenezer, like Ebenezer Scrooge. It's okay. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think this are like I'll put it in B tier but lower, like down here. It's still a serviceable hat. It's a nice tame Christmas hat. It's okay. I like it. It's fine. Like this is as Christmassy as Christmas cosmetics should get. We have fun times coming later, man, with this fucking list. Fun times coming later. We got some juicy ones coming. Then we have the Head Full of Steam, which is the achievement hat for Foundry. It's kind of sad that Valve doesn't do these anymore. We have the Head Full of Steam, and then we have the one for fucking Doomsday. Am I forgetting any? There are no other achievement hats that are map specific, which is kind of sad. These were really fun and clever, and I liked them a lot. It's kind of a bummer, but oh well. Yeah, this is a classic soulful hat. I remember grinding for this one when Foundry was put in the game. I fucking love it. I'm gonna put it in A. It's kind of like towering pillar territory of classic soulful TF2 hat. I'm putting it in A tier. Okay, fuck Pastime. Like, I don't consider Pastime an official TF2 game mode. I just don't. I've rejected its existence ever since Valve put it in the game. Much like Manpower, and much like I did with Versus Saxton Hale and Zombie Infection. Like, these are not TF2 game modes. Like, I fully and totally reject the existence of Pastime in TF2. It just shouldn't have been put in the game. I forgot about this one. Holiday Headcase. Yeah. There's other game modes? There are a lot of game modes in TF2. This is very, very early shitty slap. This is going in oh I hate this territory. This is pretty bad. This is also a very, very rare hat. Like, let's see. I think these are also pretty expensive too. TF2 Holiday Headcase. I know these are pretty pricey. If memory serves. Yeah, $172, and this too can be yours. $172 for this fucking awful hat. Ugh. Down in oh I hate this territory it goes. Spirit of Giving, another thing that you can't really rate. It's just another badge that everyone gets for the heart. It tracks how many gifts you give in TF2. Can't really say much about it. And then another promo. What was this from? This is a promotional item for another game. I don't know what it's for. Was it Tomb Raider? Someone said Lara Croft. Is it Tomb Raider? If it is, this could be for literally any game, and I would think and I would say you're true. I would say you're correct. I just don't know. This is pretty fucking bad. It's just a shitty little monster badge. It's almost, I'm gonna put it in oh I hate this territory. Like, pretty much any promo item after this point is gonna be going far lower. This sucks. It's pretty bad. Then we have the War Sworn helmet. I don't know what this was for either. Someone refresh my memory? I don't even know. What was this for? Some other obscure, not Skyrim, it's some obscure game whose name I just cannot remember. I don't remember what this game, what game this is from. I don't think it's Dota. Hold on, I'll just Google it. TF2 War Sworn helmet. I don't think this was Dota. Whatever the fuck, Kingdoms of Amalur. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Whatever that game is. It's not very good. E, I guess. So it's not super ugly. Maybe D tier. Nah, I'll put it like low D tier. Low D tier. It's pretty shit. It ain't all that. I say E tier. I gotta zoom out a bit here. Let me just like quickly make some room. There we go. There we go. Now we have a bit more breathing room here to put things on the list and not have to keep sliding around so much. Bring this over here. There we go. Now we got some working room. Fantastic. Now we have the Merc medal. What was this for? It's another promo item for something I just can't remember. What was this for? I don't think this was this XCOM? I don't think this is XCOM. I don't know what this is for. I have to use Google again. I don't remember. TF2 Merc medal. What was this for? Jagged Alliance back in action. Whatever that game is. There's a promo item for it in TF2, added in 2012. It's going in this territory of why. They have everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite something special for someone special. Again, no other game lets you buy this ring and basically type a universal message broadcasted to every online player. No other game lets you do that. For $100, mind you, it's pricey. To send, you too can send your own global announcement in Team Fortress 2 for a measly pittance of $100. Jill has accepted that Meet Your Match ruined TF2. That was a hilarious one. So good. Yeah, I don't know. Visually as a cosmetic, it's really small and not that noticeable. So I guess I kind of don't know what to do with this one. I guess D tier. Visually, it's just a giant diamond ring. Like, the diamond's really big, but the cosmetic's really small. It kind of sucks as a cosmetic. But what the function is for, is very, very fun. Very fun. Not gonna lie, let's look at some recent something special. TF2 something special Twitter. Let's read out some of the more recent something special messages that we received over the past few days. Let's see, what's a juicy one? You have to look at the amount of likes it has, that's how you know it's good. Ark the Durg has accepted Sterling's dollar store cock ring. Congratulations, awesome. Give me another one. I can't read that one, because that will get me in trouble. Here we go. I didn't even know this one was made. The TF community has accepted Zesty Jesus' quick play video was correct. Congratulations, with 2,000 likes. Hey man, it's not about being correct or not, it's just displaying facts. There you go. Luigi's multiple gunshot wounds? What the fuck? Some of these are crazy. Give me another one. Malevolent backshots? Oh lord. There was someone advertising their OnlyFans on here too. That was something else as well. Like this guy, like some YouTuber did 1, 2, 3. I think he paid $400 to try and advertise his YouTube channel. $400 to advertise his YouTube channel with the something specials, which is crazy to think about. It didn't work. It didn't work. Or, you know, and also we don't know if it was actually him doing it. Yeah, like here's the OnlyFans advertisement, and I'm like, there's no way this is real. I checked. It's a real OnlyFans account that someone was shilling in TF2. That is just sad. That is so sad. Yeah, Joey, you have to. Yeah, Joey, go look. It's on the something special Twitter, where someone advertised an OnlyFans that is a real active account. It was it? No, it's not. It's fucking porn. It's not. It's like it's. To me, I don't really give a fuck about porn like that. It's like it's just boobs. Like you don't have to pay for it either. You have the internet at your fingertips. If you're paying for porn, reconsider what you're doing with your finances, because you can get anything you want for free. Talk about dedication, not even mad at that message. There you go. Very true. Anyways, let's keep going. We have, these I also can't really count. So we have the Backpack Dueler, the Gifting Man from the Gifting Land, and then the Filetler, I don't know how you say it, but it's the one where you The one where you have the highest amount of duel wins in a 24-hour period, the most amount of gifts given in a 24-hour period, and then the most amount of map stamps purchased in a 24-hour period. And it's the really giant, oversized hats with the fluorescent outline surrounding them. They're like a fun little nifty thing, and they go from person to person every 24 hours. And like, I know there's like very vicious competition between like 3 guys that are constantly dumping money and time into the game just so they can consistently own these hats. Because not that many people compete for them anymore. So you have like 2 guys constantly grinding duel wins or buying map stamps and giving gifts just so they can get these hats. Like, go look at the item histories on these. Like, if you go look at the item histories on these, it's mostly the same guys who own these, which is crazy to think about. Like, they dumped that much time and money into the game just so they can keep owning these. One time, and only one time, I bought like 300 Giftapult gifts, or like 300 Secret Saxtons for like 3 cents a piece. And I did get the gifting hat back in like 2016, I think is when I did that. So I myself have owned this one a grand total of 1 time, because it was fun. But beyond that, no other ones. Anyways, those are all not something I can really rate. Moving on. Oop, lost my place. There we go. Donation again. Let me read that real quick. Wish you the best of luck with this tier list. Doing a tier list for all class cosmetics is definitely a fate worse than death. I can name quite a few things that are a fate worse than death. This is up there, but it's not quite that bad. I'm having a good time, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. I'm out of water. Shit. I'm gonna have to get more in a minute. Anywho, we have the Bolt Action Blitzer. What was this for? Another promo item. I can't remember what this was for. It exists? It's not good. It's not bad. I'm gonna put it in D tier, kind of down here, just kind of a shit hat all around. How do earthquakes form at ultra shallow? So to not go into a super long-winded answer, 2 things. When you have a fault that is frictionally locked, you can have a high amount of what's called coupling at a very shallow depth. And if it can accumulate, if you're straining that material, it can accumulate built-up stress. That can happen at very shallow depths. Or you can have a fault line that is frictionally locked, but there's not a lot of accumulation, not a lot of strain accumulation on this. But deeper down, like further down on the fault line, you can have an earthquake, but then the rupture can come all the way up and then make the shallower parts of that fault or shallower faults go off because it received energy from deeper down. Those are the 2 primary ways by which you get shallow earthquakes. Really the only 2 ways you get shallow earthquakes. Or propagation of a deeper earthquake to shallower depths. So. And yes, I have seen the recent earthquake on the news. Okay, now we have the Atomic Accolade. This was... Why is it that I only remember the Quantum Conundrum items? This is for Quantum Conundrum. Another shitty little badge that you can't really do anything with. I'm putting it in E tier. I know you dislike them, but will there be an unusual effect tier list? I could do unusual effects, but there's like 800. I would have to spread it out over a few days. Like, I'd have to do parts 1, 2, and 3, because there are so fucking many of them. We have too many unusual effects. Everyone knows this. It's like we should not have more put in this game, but we do. Then what the fuck is this? What is the damaged capacitor? I don't even know what this is for. It exists in the game. What happens when you equip this? I don't even know. Oh right, wasn't this like the part of the Pyroland stuff? I didn't engage with it, so I didn't really fuck with it. I don't know what to do with this. I'm just gonna put it here. I don't know. Then we have the Balloonicorn. Oh, I hate this thing. It reveals when Half-Life 3 will release tomorrow. Mark my words, tomorrow. I've never liked the Balloonicorn. I've never liked it. This is just something that should have stayed in Pyroland. It went too far really fast with the Balloonicorn stuff. Like, this is like when people think TF2, a lot of people think of this thing, which is kind of upsetting. I just don't like what the item stands for, and I think it just shouldn't be in the game. I'm gonna put this in soy tier. This is a soy item down here. That goes right in soy. It is pretty common. It's a hat you can craft. It's a cosmetic you can craft. It's fairly common. It's a soy item. It goes right down there. And here we go. We have the Gentle Munition of Leisure. Here we go. We have the Doomsday hat, another classic soulful achievement hat. And Valve just didn't do any more of these, which is such a bummer. I love these achievement hats that you could get by doing achievements that were map specific, but you don't get them anymore. Built fucking Ellis hat, please move up. There you go. Reorganize things a bit there. Yes, we love the Gentle Munition of Leisure. Classic. With the genteel smoke effect coming out of it. You have to love it. You have to love it. It's a free unusual effect. It is. It's a free unusual effect. And then we have the Pyrovision goggles. I mean, another cosmetic that's just awarded to everyone visually. This is the mark of the free-to-play, right? This is the mark of the free-to-play with the gibbous. See, I can't really call it soy. It is indeed popular but ugly. It is the mark of the free-to-play. I'll put it in like C tier, I guess. Like middle of C tier, mark of the free-to-play. Pyrovision should be Pyro exclusive. Maybe. There's a whole long and nuanced debate. There's a whole long and nuanced debate that like people have been having for years about TF2's art style and the direction of it and how it's just gotten so much worse over the years. And you have a whole contingent of people that don't give a shit. You have a whole contingent of people that do give a shit. It's a constant endless back and forth, but you can absolutely agree. Like, everyone can agree with this. TF2 has a very set and definitive art style. Like, that is an irrefutable fact. Given its development history, given the artists that worked on it, they had very clear, deeply intended artistic direction and style with Team Fortress 2, which over the years, as Valve chased the money to milk the game with microtransactions, they gradually diluted it with more and more cosmetics that took it too far away from what it started as. I fall in the category of don't care, besides when they start blending too many colors together. You can't tell what team they're on. There you go, Joey. And I think you fall in the category of most people, where most people just don't really give a shit. You know, they just kind of play the game. And then you have the very small contingent of people that actually defend it and say it's a good thing. So, which is dumb, but whatever. Whatever. Alright, onwards and upwards. We have the robot chicken hat. I don't even remember how you got this, but it exists. It's the robot chicken hat. It's alive! God, I loved Robot Chicken a lot. I watched that shit all the time. Oh god, I don't know what to do with this. It kind of sucks. I'll put it in D tier visually, but I like Robot Chicken. It was a great show. Classic good times. Was it for the newsletter? I don't remember what this was for specifically. I just don't. I know you had like the Adult Swim and Valve collaborations, but yeah. Here we go, another lazy promo item. It's the Awesome Knots badge. It's just a badge with the A on it. Yeah, cool. It's just shit. Like the fucking Saints Row badge. They kind of goes down here and like, I'm gonna put the Quantum Conundrum one down here too. Just why? It's just a little advertisement for their game inside of TF2. For it's no other purpose except to advertise that you bought the game. That's what these exist for, right? So I'm not gonna put the Grord board stuff. I really should, for the sake of consistency, put like the Grord board badges and these here too, because these are just advertisements of other games inside of TF2 without the charm of it like being turned into a hat or something. I'll put Valve's own game stuff down here too, right? So, no charm or soul at all, like no purpose or meaning other than to advertise shit in TF2. How many tiers are there? There are enough. We have all the tiers we could ever need. Human Cannonball. Fine. Serviceable. Stuntman hat. You can't really mix it with anything. Standalone, it's good on its own. It's just fine. I'll put it in B tier. I don't want to put this in A, but it's like, it's kind of around here. It's just okay. Yeah, standard hat. It's fine. The Marksman as well. You know, it's kind of a classic meme item. We'll put this in C tier. Kind of like with the Professor Specs. Kind of around here. Put it in C tier. It's fine. It's okay. This and the football helmet are made for heavy mains that run headfirst into walls on Dust Bowl. There you go. Okay, so MVM. So Operation Steel Trap badge. It's just a badge you get for playing Man vs. Machine. So I'm putting it in the badges corner. Robro 3000. It exists. I think it's shit. I personally do not like the cosmetics and items that float and follow around behind you. I've never liked these. I think they stick out like a sore thumb. They're ugly. It just puts more noise and junk on your screen. Not that a lot of other stuff isn't already noise and junk, but this just makes it so much worse. I hate these. E. I don't like them. I don't like them. Then we have the Vigilant pin. This is called the Vigilant pin, not Vigilante pin. It's just called the Vigilant pin. Another promo item for something. I don't know what. Was it XCOM? You could tell me any game, and I would probably think you're telling me the truth. All I know is that it's a promo item. Everyone's saying XCOM, so it's XCOM. So another promo badge to advertise that you bought the game. I don't even know what the fuck this was for, man. What is this? It's another Portal item. How'd you get it? Why did you get it? I don't know. It's somehow uglier and worse than the companion cube badges. What the fuck is this? I don't even know what this is for. It's going down in the, oh, I hate this. It's going at the bottom. It's ugly. I don't even know what it's for. You got it with a toy? Or did you get like, okay, so I know there are some hats in TF2 where if you bought a toy, you got a hat in the game. Like for me, I got the soldier action figure, so I got the steel pot cosmetic. And then we have Company of Heroes. Look, I bought Company of Heroes too. Yeah, it's just a fucking badge advertising the game. It's not even like a hat or a cool hat you can wear. It's like, look, I bought the game. Yeah. Walking advertisement, fuck off. Isn't that funny? Like, that's a whole little rabbit hole that a lot of people don't talk about, is the whole concept of promotional items in TF2 and how Valve really paved the way for that, for other games to follow suit. Like any kind of microtransaction practice that you see nowadays, Valve was the one that popularized it, refined it, and pioneered it 100%. Valve using their own game to advertise other people's games and being paid to do so, right? Like they got some dough for doing this, you know what I mean? So they could have all of their players be walking advertising, be walking billboards, right? Like that's the whole philosophy behind TF2 Cosmetics is to be a walking billboard, right? That's the whole notion. Go watch a really fascinating talk. I took clips of this and put it in my big Meet Your Match video, where like an art director, I forget what she does specifically, was at GDC and was explaining how the Counter-Strike economy works and how the TF2 economy works, and how players are just walking advertisements for the cosmetics and makes other players buy more because like, oh look, they have this thing, I want that, so I'll buy it. So if their players were already being turned into walking billboards, why not use that to advertise real world products like other video games or other products, which I'm surprised Valve didn't do, was advertise other products that weren't games. Like that's already happening in like Fortnite and shit. That's been happening in Fortnite and shit for a while. Where it's like you have brand deals in Fortnite, like Nike shoes and shit like that. Like, I'm surprised more people don't raise an eyebrow at that, right? Like the game is a big, colossal commercial for everyone to look at. It's nuts. Anyway, AAA badge. What was this for? I don't know what this is for. Another promo item of some kind? I don't know. It exists, and it's shit. It's going right with the rest of them. I don't know what this is for. I don't know. Was it another merch cosmetic? I have no idea. And then this was Assassin's Creed, I think? Bone Whistle? Was this Assassin's Creed? I don't even know. What was this for? It's the highly coveted Bone Whistle charm. Yeah. What was this for? Dishonored. Thank you. Not Assassin's Creed. Dishonored. Fucking. Oh, it's so shit and so ugly. Into the pile of filth you go. Be gone from me. I don't want you here. Shit. It's nasty. All right, we have more MVM badges. We have Operation Gear Grinder and Operation Oil Spill. These can just go into the void of other badges that everyone owns because they played Man vs. Machine once. Why did Valve stop promo items again? Because they kind of stopped giving a shit about TF2. I think Valve over the years gradually stepped away from the game. And as that, like, I think the last set of promo items, which we'll get to, were like the pretty machete and the pretty hat, what have you. Then that was it. Okay. There's so many left. Oh, there's so many left. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? We're like a third of the way through, and how long have I been going for? I've been going for 2 hours. Oh my god. There's so many. Fuck. Oh. We gotta keep going. I must persevere. We have the Boo Balloon. It's just a balloon that follows you. Yeah. Awesome. D. E. I guess. I think this one sucks. I'm gonna put it in E tier. It's kind of shit. I don't like it. And then we have a classic. We have the Crone's Dome. Everyone's favorite. This really should be this really should just be the main witch hat. This should be the witch hat of all time in TF. I keep wanting to fix my hair, but this fucking party hat's there. This should be the only witch hat in TF2, no others. As far as Halloween cosmetics go, it's fine, I guess. It's at least a hat. I'm not gonna rate it too highly. I'll put it in like lower B tier. It's just really fucking big. And this also used to be, I think it still is, depending on the effect, this also used to be a very, very, very highly sought after all-class unusual. Like these go for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on the effect. Ridiculous. Then we have the dead little buddy, a little ghost guy that follows you. I'm gonna be consistent with the little critters that follow you, and it's gonna go mostly in E, kind of in D. I'll put it in E because it's not like a shitty robot. At least this guy like smiles at you. Put you there. Everyone's favorite, the Executioner. So many loadout possibilities with this one, and yet everyone just seems to always use this for the same one. Two, really. There's always two loadouts that people use this with. Usually involving it being painted white. Usually. Yeah. We'll put it in C tier. It's not a good hat. I know it's meant to be ugly, but it's kind of C tier. It's just it's whatever. Also the foreskin loadout, because you can paint it flesh colored. You gotta, don't forget. Also, yes, there's also the Simpsons loadout, a Minion loadout. There's a lot of versatility with this one where you can make a lot of goofy shit. Ghostly Gibbous. You know where this is going. Smackin' Pog tier. You love to see it. Classic ghostly gibbous, the one everyone has. Why is it white? You know why. Rumble Lantern. It's fine, but not good. D. E. As far as Halloween items go, it's not gross. It is mediocre. I'll put it in like D tier. I'm gonna bump all of these up. Fuck you, Davis. I don't care. I'm putting you lower. I'm putting all these here. And you go down here. It's just not very good. Skull Island Topper, achievement item. Really big, gaudy. It's Marasmus's goat head hat. It's giant and gaudy, but I'll put it... I should really put these in C tier, shouldn't I? I'll put all these achievement Halloween boss hats kind of in the same territory. We'll just put them all in C tier. They're not really deserving of B, but they're all kind of just around here. I'll bump these lower, put you like right there. I think that's more appropriate for all of those. I think that's fair. And then we have the Monkey Knot. Yeah, it's Poopy Joe, the monkey they shot into space on the Doomsday rocket, except now he's following you around because he's dead. I don't think I've ever seen this fucking cosmetic in the game. I've never seen a single person use this. Not once. Ever. Never. I'm putting it D. I realize I should probably quit Steam now that I think about it. Just in case someone with a funny name decides to send me a friend request. Yeah, it sucks. D tier. Down here with the little buddy. I don't like these at all. And Cockfighter. Shit. Bleh. Scribblenauts. Yeah, it's at least not a badge, right? It's at least not a badge. I'll put it in E. It's not quite, oh, I hate this, but it's not good. It's like Max's head level of promo item. It's not very good. Hitman badge. Look. Oh, it's tiny, but it's a badge for Hitman. Yay. Bad. Go away. Down into the shitty void of promo or advertising badges you go. Yeah, it's also so ugly. There's like no, it's one flat color. It sucks. It just sucks. Yeah, it did come pre-sized, thankfully. Okay, breath of fresh air. We have the 70s chapeau. Really good, solid, versatile hat. Tons of loadout potential. It's really, really good. It is. It's just really, really good. At minimum, A tier, kind of in the territory of killer exclusive Brown Bomber. It's just another really, really solid hat. It's fucking awesome. You know what? I'll be a little less picky. I think I'll bump all of these to Enjoyer tier. These are all very good. I'll put them up here, but like bottom of Enjoyer tier. Fairy Solitaire pin is an advertisement for a game called Fairy Solitaire, and this is just the logo of the game that you wear on your character model. Yet another advertisement pin. I forgot just how many of these there were. There were so fucking many of these advertisement pins. Nuts. Okay, so here's the Saxy Clapper badge. You had to vote in the Saxies to get it? I think? If I voted means anything. I voted, I contributed. So, I don't know. It's another one that's, I don't really know. I'll put it in the badges territory. I don't really know what to do with it. It's kind of, it's in here, I suppose. Then we have the Tuxie. This one's fine. It's not a super versatile cosmetic. It doesn't really look that good with a lot of things, but it's okay. You can make some decent loadouts with it. I'll put it bottom of B tier. It's all right. You can do. It's not. Why do you call it a kinky cosmetic? It's like, okay, Chippendale's Dancer, maybe. You know, I immediately think of the SNL skit with Patrick Swayze and Farley. What's his first name? Farley and Patrick Swayze dancing on stage. That was some funny shit. But yeah, it's not fucking Chippendales. But it's definitely a B tier. It's B tier. Chris Farley. Thank you. I could not remember his first name. Chris Farley and fucking Patrick Swayze. That was some funny shit. Oh, God. Ugh. Antlers. It's Antlers. It's Antlers, guys. What more needs to be said other than it's Antlers? And it's not... Okay, listen. We're gonna get very, very intimately acquainted with our lower tiers very soon. Knowing what's to come. Knowing what is to come. I don't want to rate these that low. They're fine. It's like the exquisite rack. It's like the exquisite rack for everybody. It's not even quite the beginning of the end. They're okay. C tier. Somewhere around here, I think is acceptable. Very expensive in unusual form, by the way. Very expensive in unusual form because they are a misc, so you can wear them with literally anything. Why is the fog coming? He doesn't know. He wasn't here. He doesn't remember because he didn't experience it like we did. We remember the fog. Alright, Manco online cap. This was the one that I couldn't remember. Manco online cap. This one you got for awards the player makes the first purchase and Manco's through the online interface as opposed to from in-game. There you go. That's how you get this one. So yeah, another. I like it better than the normal Manco cap because I just like the colors more. So I'll put it a little bit higher in C tier, but it's, you know, it's a hat. It's just a hat. Merc's muffler, much like the other Merc scarf, it's really good. And I know what, I'm gonna say it's a little bit better than the other one. I like this one more. They're both very good, but the Merc's muffler is a very classic, solid loadout filler. It complements many loadouts. It's just really good. This is one of the first cosmetic drops I got too. I think over the course of my years playing TF2, I can count on both hands how many cosmetic drops I got. And the Merc's muffler was like the second or the third one that I ever got. So, probably the best scarf? Yeah, I'm inclined to agree that it's probably the best scarf cosmetic in TF2. Okay, Operation Mecha NG, which we can throw with the other badges. Put you down here. And then we have the Rained Unicorn. Yeah. This is about as soy as it gets. You're going right out. Look at you love your little soy. You love your little unicorn. You love your little reindeers. Yes, you love it. It's so cute. You love it, don't you? You want to spend the money. You want to open those fucking cases, you motherfucker. Sucks. Nothing else needs to be said. Merc's muffler. Tough Stuff muffs. My bad. Tough Stuff muffs. Decent hat. All class. Very good. A tier, I would say. Probably like here. It's very good. Very versatile hat. Goes with a bunch of stuff. It's just good. The beginning of the end, when it came to cheaters and bot hosters in Team Fortress 2, is when they officially released this game for Linux. This is something Valve should have never done. It was a mistake. Like this cosmetic, it was a mistake. You're going right in the oh, I hate this. Brutal Buffon. Brutal Legend. It's hair that doesn't really look that good on anybody. The list goes so low. I have more tiers, don't worry. I have more tiers. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, it's, you know, it's the Jack Black game, of course. I don't know. It just doesn't look good with anything. Like, no matter what color you paint it, no matter what loadout you wear it with, it just doesn't look good with anything. I'm gonna put it in D. It's not very good. And then we have just the Croft's crest. Look, I bought Tomb Raider. You're going in the pile. You know where you go. Boom. Right down there. The fuck was this for? Was this another? This was another promo item. Was this also Tomb Raider? I don't even fucking know. It's an ice climber pick. I think also Tomb Raider. No one fucking uses this, and it sucks. You're going in E tier. More Tomb Raider shit. Then we have the TF2 virtual reality headset. There was a very interesting occurrence where some, like, TF2 personality got his hands on a code, or either a code or an account that had that you could redeem for this hat. And it's extremely expensive to get your hands on one of these codes because collectors are, they really want these hats. And he was trying to, like, auction it somehow on Twitter, and then it went to shit. It was really funny to watch it all unfold. He had like a buyer back out or something like that. It's like it was really funny to watch happen. But this is a very highly desired item for collectors if they can still get their hands on the promo code and redeem it and get the virtual reality headset cosmetic. It still looks like shit. It looks like ass. Does not need to be in the game. This I will put in also, oh, I hate this. I don't like it. It's literally the Reddit hats. This is the Reddit hats. These are the Reddit hats. It's the fucking antenna. Just, there you go. They're your Reddit hats, guys. Imagine using these, first of all. Like, we have to remember, back in 2013, Reddit used to be something different. Reddit was nothing like it is today. We have to remember that, right? Over the years, it just gradually and exponentially devolved into one of the worst hell pits on the internet. Back then, Reddit wasn't a bad thing. It was another, message board. You could talk about whatever topics you wanted, and then it got really bad really, really fast. And I absolutely would at least put some of the blame on the mass exodus from Tumblr when they banned porn from there. And when they banned porn on Tumblr, the containment chamber was split open and the dregs of humanity permeated into every corner of the internet, and there was no putting them back into Pandora's box. Once that happened, there was no going back. There was no going back. Literal Reddit hats. It's a part of what made every social space online go down the shitter was Tumblr banning porn. It was a very pivotal shift in online culture. It's very palpable. Very noticeable. It's like you can go back in the digital geologic record of the internet, and you can see as soon as Tumblr shut down, you have the mass and shitification of every social space online. Crazy how quickly it happened. Like a fucking forest fire. Anyway. We have... Yeah, it's the robotic boogaloo hats that are just all really, really bad. I don't think any of these should have ever been put in game. I think they're all terrible. I'm gonna put them in the oh, I hate this, because this tier is reserved for the worst of the worst. Galvanized gibbous, shit. Bot dogger, shit. Modest pile of scrap, shit. They're all so ugly. They're all so nasty. No one uses these. No one wears these unless they have nothing else to wear. Get them all out of here. They're all be gone from my fucking sight. Nasty. Go away. Cheap unusuals as well. Cheap unusuals. Very true. Very true. They're cheap unusuals. Crosslinker's coil? What was this for? I don't even know. Help me. Crosslinker's coil. Gunpoint. It was for a game called Gunpoint. I don't even know what that game is for. As far as promo hats go, it's not the worst, so I'll put it in D tier. Breakneck baggies. So, they're okay. Decently versatile. You can make some loadouts with them. They probably shouldn't be paintable, because when you remove all default colorization from the lower half of the player model, that's a problem. And you're right, they probably should have stayed as Scout exclusive only. It should not have been put on all classes. That's a major problem. It shouldn't have been done. They shouldn't have been paintable. Those flaws aside, it's still a decent cosmetic. It looks good with a lot of things, but it's just... it has more problems than it should. I'll put them in C tier. It has more problems than it should. And we have the Brotherhood of Arms. I don't know, man. This one has always felt... what was that show with the breakdancers? They had like teams of breakdancers facing off against each other. What was that show they would put on? Was it MTV? I forget where they played this. What was that fucking... what was it called? It's gonna drive me nuts. What was that show? I can't remember. Hold on. Show about breakdancing. No. Early 2000s. I'm getting nothing. Am I drawing a blank? Is this a fake memory? Am I remembering something that didn't happen? Am I going... was this it? America's Best Dance Crew. Was this it? Yeah! That was it. America's Best Dance Crew. That was the show. That's what this reminds me of. It was America's Best Dance Crew. That's what this reminds me of. Also, does this have copyright in it? Unfortunately, it does. Okay, I need to change playlists real quick. So, America's Best Dance Crew. It's not the worst hat, but I just don't think it looks very good. I'll put it in C tier. I'm not a fan of it. Genuinely not. All right, let me go back to another playlist here that's not gonna get this shit nuked. What do we got? Give me something else I can play. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What are my options? This will do. Perfect. Onwards and upwards. Unsubbed, blocked, and reported to the police, crying and pissing. Joey's crying and pissing because his favorite hat's not put in a higher tier, man. I will concede that it's not as bad as these. I'll put them in B tier. How does that? I'll meet you kind of in the middle and put you in B tier. Okay, I need a quick break. I'm almost at the halfway point. I need water. My throat's starting to hurt because I've been talking too much. So I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Enjoy the sights and sounds of my fan. I'll be right back. And my chair. Okay. I have returned. I am back. Fucking... I keep forgetting that I'm tall, and so I can't walk through a doorway with this hat on, otherwise it gets knocked off. Shall we continue? The AI summary says, viewers are commenting on the chat spam about Gregnant. Well, keep it up, guys. You're doing God's work. You're doing God's work. What am I doing? I'm making a protein shake. I'm shaking it. It's all foamy. Okay, onwards and upwards. Let's continue. We have a long way to go. They added the awesome face on YouTube? That's funny. Of all things, they add the awesome face. Okay, the Well-Rounded Rifleman. Another just solid hat. Versatile. Goes with a bunch of cosmetics. A lot of loadout potential. Another really solid classic. It's just good. It is. It's just good. One of the best all-class hats in the game. It's phenomenal. I'll put this in probably low A tier. Kind of around here. Yeah, kind of, you know, there. Fuck it. A tier somewhere. A tier somewhere. Remind me what game this was for? And also, Valve did like a whole man versus machine promotion where you had Roman-themed bots in NVM. Yeah, Total War Rome. There you go. And they had like a whole, you wear this and you had Rome Vision in man versus machine. Such a bizarre thing to do, you know? It's a really strange way to promote a game. It's so just very weird. I don't know. It's kind of shit too. I'll put it in E. Just put E down there. The gray bands, much like the summer shades, fucking phenomenal. You're going right up in A tier. We love the gray bands. We love the gray bands. We love the gray bands in this house. One of the best pairs of sunglasses. You can't go wrong. Very American, very true, very proud. Great glasses. Some of the best. And then we have the Federal Casemaker. But no one wears the Federal Casemaker to look like a Fed. I could put this in the Reddit. I could put this in Reddit tier. But I feel like it'd be doing this hat a disservice. I feel like it would. I feel like it'd be doing this hat a disservice. I don't want to be that mean. It is to make you look like the fedora tipper. That's the whole point. It's the meme. That's what it's for. Milady, all that jazz. Yeah, I know. That being said, it is a good hat. Fedoras and TF2 go together like bananas and peanut butter, so I'll put it in like low B tier. It is a good hat. It is. It's a good hat. No, I do not own a fedora. I've never owned a fedora in my life. When I was fat in 2012, probably could have rocked a fedora really hard. I could have done it, but I didn't. Ladies would have been all over me, but I never bought the fedora. I never did. Could have, should have, but I didn't. And then I lost all my weight, and now I can't wear a fedora anymore. Ah, fuck. I hate that shit. Get a big fucking chunk of unmixed powder that explodes in my mouth like the Sahara. Ugh. I hate that shit. Virtual Viewfinder. Very expensive, all-class hat. It looks like shit. People only prize this one because it's all-class, and it can be unusual. Very expensive. Sucks. I don't like the way it looks. It's terrible. It's ugly. D. E tier. Put it in D. Visually, it's lame. I don't like the way it looks. It's nasty. It looks like a toy. I didn't know that there was a TF2 themed chess set. This was news to me. And you got this hat if you bought the TF2 themed chess set. Apparently this hat is extremely rare. Because the chess set, I don't know if they made a limited amount of them, or they just didn't sell that many of them. So... the hologram of chess pieces, it's not very good. Yeah, I'm sure, like, aftermarket prices on that chess set have to be insane. I don't know. It's kind of a shitty hat. I'll put it in D. Just around here. I don't know where to put it. D tier, fuck it. The cotton head. I like the cotton head. Another pretty decently versatile hat. It's like the Federal Casemaker. It's not bad. It's pretty decent. You can do a lot with it. You can make some decent loadouts. I'll put it in B tier as well. These two they're kind of interchangeable, more or less. They're interchangeable. They're good. They're good. I fucking hate the Hong Kong cone. It doesn't go with anything. It kind of the quintessential try-hard hat. You match it with pick any misc, really. Pick any misc. You wear this with it. Just it's not a good hat. It's not. Cool but overused? Is it overused? I don't know. I still think it's a shit hat. I'm gonna put it in D. Put it in D tier. Pretty lame, pretty bad. Another little ghosty thing that follows you around. It's at least Halloween restricted, but I just don't like any of these items. I have to make room because we have a lot of these coming up here. We have a lot of these that are about to be spoken about. Ah, go away. We have many more of these coming down the pipes here. Like this one, we have the Beacon from Beyond. Yeah, it's the Grim Reaper's hand with a candle lantern. Awesome. Who uses these? When do we get the official gym routine? I don't really feel comfortable filming myself exercising. I'm very self-conscious. I may not come off that way when I stream, but I am very self-conscious. Why do you think I rarely show what's below my neck? Or below my shoulders, for that matter. I don't think I'd be comfortable filming my full body moving in any capacity. Also, because I have a lot of loose skin. When I was fat, I don't look that good with a shirt on, because it all moves around a lot. And I look even worse with a shirt off, because it moves around a lot. And the only way a lot of this is going to go away is with surgery. Or I have to make a barrel gut of abs, which is going to require the sauce, and I don't want to get on the sauce. So I'm not a fan of filming myself. So, not a fan of it. Birdie Bonnet. It's a chicken beanie. Chicken beanie. I hate that goddamn movie has infected my brain like a parasite. All the shitty fucking quotes from that damn commercial, damn trailer for that movie, it's infected my mind. It's like a virus. And it's not gonna leave until I buy that shitty Jack Black toy and put it on display. It's not going away. Ah, fuck. The chicken beanie. It's not good. D tier, I guess, for the chicken beanie. My God, help me, somebody. Wake me from this nightmare. The cryptic keepsake. Does anyone use this? I didn't even know this existed. If this is a Halloween item, I don't think I've ever seen it. I've never owned it. I didn't know it existed. I wish I need a tier for it exists. That's what I need it for. I'll just throw you in D, I guess. Then we have the Dark Helm. It's fine, I guess, for a Halloween hat. Like, a lot of Halloween cosmetics are gonna fall into D tier territory. It's not, you can't really have any charming, full Halloween costumes if they're all class. So they all have to be fairly generic. And so you're not gonna get any, like, charm and soul out of the original Halloween sets. So, yeah. Love your videos. You're like a modern day muckraker on Valve, digging up and showing the public their wrongdoings. Keep up your shit. I wish more people did. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. But I wish more people would just talk about Valve honestly. Or at least speak about the things that are negative, because no one else really does. And I think more people just need to know about it in general, man. It's like, it's so... Ugh. Anyway, I don't want to think about it because it's gotten me too down lately. Moving on. Guano. It's a bat. It's a bat that follows you. Much like other things that follow you, I'm going to put you in D for don't get in my inventory. So bad. Yes, guano is bat shit. Guano is bat shit. Okay, here's the haunted hat. Honestly, I'm a fan of the haunted hat. This one has a bit of soul to it. I like this one. It's a ghost of the gibbous. I'm okay with it. It's, as far as Halloween items go, it's one of the better ones. I'll put it in like high C tier. I like it. It's charming. One that I fucking hate. It's the magical mercenary. Like, we know bronies infiltrated Valve many years ago, but they really didn't need to make a fucking unicorn hat for everybody. We did not need this. Like, this is like, I'm putting you down here. You're going in the Y territory. Jesus, just should have never been put in the fucking game. Ay. But it has voice lines. No, I don't care. Go away. Hate that. Like, Heavy saying, I am the prettiest unicorn. Hate it. The Man-Eater. This exists, and no one uses it. Probably one of the worst Halloween hats in the game. I'm putting you in E. And we have the one-way ticket. I don't think anyone knows this exists either. It's kind of a cool-ish Halloween hat, but still not great. I'll put you in D tier as well. It's not bad. It's not great either. Pocket Horseman. Fuck everything pockets. Pocket all of you. All of you belong, and cast it into the fire. Be gone from me. This one's just a crow. So we had just a bat, now we have just a crow that follows you around. You're going with the pile of shit that follows you around. Like this fucking thing. What is this even meant to be? What is this? Is it a scarecrow? It's a floating scarecrow monster thing that floats and follows you around. Why? For what purpose? Is this? I don't even think this is meant to be Batman. I think this is just a random Halloween item. It's really bad. I'm putting you down here next to the robot. And then we have the Took or Treat. It's a pumpkin beanie. Yeah. Pumpkins and trees, pumpkins and trees, pumpkins and trees. Yeah. E, I guess. I don't like any of these, man. Another thing that follows you around, except it's an alien. Yeah. Help me, God. All right, now we have the Two Shitties badge. Two Shitties badge, you go right into the badges territory. Boom, there you go. I have a UFO, but I never use it. There you go. You ever notice that we stopped getting free hats from Halloween? We know we still get free hats from Halloween, just not new hats. Well, you get a few, but you have to unbox them. But no, they just recycle the same ones over and over again. We have a glitched circuit board. Remind me why people cared about this thing. I don't remember, and I kind of don't care. It's not even something you can have appear on your person. It's not even a cosmetic. I'm just gonna put you over here. I don't know what to do with you. You just kind of exist. It's valuable because it's bugged. I don't know why. I'm just gonna take what you say to be true. It's a valuable item because it's bugged. Here we go. Now, breath of fresh air. We have the Dead of Night. I know people think this item is overrated. I genuinely do not care. It's really good. Goes so well with so many other cosmetics. It's just a really, really solid, awesome shirt cosmetic. As far as shirt cosmetics go that are all class, this is just the best one, period. It's awesome. It is. And then we have the Dictator. Why did they retroactively make this for everyone? I mean, it's fine. It's a mustache, and mustaches, you know, do look pretty good on most of the mercenaries. But the name isn't really fitting for the other 8 classes. I don't like that, but I do like it. It's you know, it's a good mustache, good facial hair. Except on Scout, it looks weird. So I'll put it in A tier too. A tier mustache, just solid. It's good. Then we have the fucking Kiss King. Yeah, another really great, lovely Christmas hat. Everyone is clamoring and chomping at the bit to unbox that Kiss King. Could you imagine unboxing an unusual Kiss King or an unusual festive tree? I think I'd have to kill myself. That would be it. That would be the end of the line for me. That would be it. Unboxing a Kiss King and then having it be unusual, that would be my sign from God to just end it there. That's it. And then we have the neckwear headwear. This kind of falls into the Ebenezer territory, where it's a pretty decent Christmas hat. I think it looks pretty good. You can make a very tame and tasteful holiday loadout with this one. You know, wintertime, it's decent. Thing is, I'm not even sure I want to call it slop. It's not. I wouldn't call it slop. It's just a reasonably tasteful, you know, Christmas hat, winter hat. I like it. It's good. Polar pullover. This is, you can get these in unusual, right? I'm pretty sure you can. And I know they're very expensive. Yeah, these are miscs and they're very expensive. As far as a cosmetic, I mean, you can... It's okay. You can do a few things with it to make a decent loadout. It's okay for a misc anyway. I think as a cosmetic, it's serviceably a C tier. I think around here. Maybe. It's okay. It's alright. Then we have the Dark Falkirk helm. I don't think this was originally all class. I think this was another instance of it being only for one class and then they retroactively made it for everybody else. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure this was only for Demo Man and then they just decided to make it for everybody else because Valve just let the hat creators do that for whatever fucking reason. It's fine, I guess, for like a demo night loadout, but as an all-class hat, why? The fact it's all class and you can't really do much with it, I'm putting it in D. And then they like went back and tried to make other night cosmetics for Scout? Why? I don't get it. It's such a dumb thing. Here we go. We have the Law. This one was another all-class item that used to be very, very highly prized. Unboxing an unusual one of these used to be a really big fucking deal. A really big fucking deal. Not so much anymore, but it is still a pretty good hat. I like this one. I'm gonna put it... I think this belongs in Pog tier. I think it does. I'm gonna put you up here. I can't rate you above the Chapeau, though. I gotta put the Chapeau above you, but I'll definitely put it in Pog tier. It's pretty good. It's good shit. Then we have the Mustachioed Man. Kind of just an inferior mustache to the Dictator. It's not nearly as good. I'm gonna put it in like lower B tier. It's not that great. It's also very small, not that noticeable. It's subtle, but it's just not very good. I think this is another promo item for something. The Baronial Badge. I don't even know what game this was for, much like many of the other ones until my chat told me. What is this for? Some game. Thief? Thief the game. Awesome. Look, I bought Thief, and I'm gonna advertise it to everyone in the server. Bad. Bruiser's Bandana. Quintessential tryhard cosmetic, or one of the quintessential tryhard cosmetics. Like, if someone is sweating their balls off, high chances they're wearing this. Guaranteed. Like, That's just a universal constant across every game, across every class. It is this cosmetic. That being said, it's pretty decent. I like it. Goes decently well with some, you can make some good loadouts with it. I'll put it in like, we'll say, put it like C tier. Maybe, no, I'll bump it. We'll put it like B tier, kind of around here. I'm running out of room. This is a problem. Yeah, so it has paint because the TF2 wiki was down, and I had to manually Google each and every single individual cosmetic. It took me like 3 hours to do that yesterday. It fucking sucked. And because the wiki is just constantly down, and you can't download the pictures from there, I had to find other suitable replacements off of Google, and that was the first one that came up that was transparent, so I saved it. There you go. Just how it is. Just how it is. The eye catcher. It's an eye patch. I mean, sure, you can... It's an eye patch. What I mean, like, what else needs to be said, you know? It's filler, but is it even good filler? Not really. I'll put it like bottom of C tier. It's fine. Doesn't go over. It should go over Demo Man's other eye. I agree. Merc's Mohawk. I'm of the opinion that no mercenary should have a mohawk in TF2. I'm of the opinion that the mohawk looks really bad. I just think it looks like shit. I've never liked this. E. I want to do D or E tier for this one. It's not as bad as others. But I guess D tier for the Merc's Mohawk. I'm not big on it. No, I can't be that mean. I'll put it in C. We'll do C tier for the Merc's Mohawk. Tipped lid. Oh, how the very fun and mighty community-run things have fallen, man. Tip of the Hats used to be the shit. Tip of the Hats was fun. It was cool. I was there starting year 2, watching all the streams. It was fun. Playing in the pubs. It was a really fun time. And then, it just gradually broke apart. And then, like, for some stupid reason, although I know why, as TF2 shot itself in both feet and Valve abandoned the game after Meet Your Match, and everyone that was involved with Tip of the Hats, which was primarily competitive players, they wanted to start steering the charity event away from TF2 and try to steer it more towards Overwatch and other games and make it more like a general event. But Tip of the Hats was built on Team Fortress 2, and everyone came for it because it was like the biggest TF2 charity event. And then when they tried to remove TF2 from that equation, everything collapsed and people stopped watching. Shocker, I know, but a lot of good memories from those streams. A lot of good times. It was fun. They were cool. They raised shitloads of money for Camp One Step is what it was. Yeah. If you weren't there, you weren't there. This was years ago, from like 2014 to 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. It was a long time ago. So yeah, this was the charity event hat. As a cosmetic, it's teeny tiny. Kind of sucks. I'll put it in D tier, but the charity events they're pretty cool. They're pretty neat. All right. Towering Pillar of Summer Shades, another summer sale event where it's just a pile of fucking sunglasses on your head, and it's ugly as shit. I kind of want to put it in oh I hate this, but maybe E tier. I'll put it in E. Ugh, just give me normal summer shades. So, was the Viva la France always all class? I don't remember. Or was this one that was only for Spy, that was retroactively changed to be for everybody? I genuinely do not remember. Was it always all class? Okay, it was always all class. I just couldn't remember. I mean, yeah, why is it for everybody? I don't know. Really should have been only for Spy, but he already had the Frenchman's beret, so 2 berets for Spy. It kind of didn't make sense, so fuck it. Everyone gets a French beret and glasses and mustache now. It's not bad, but it doesn't look that great on all of the mercs. It's a bit hit and miss, so I'll put it in C tier. It's hit and miss. It looks good on a few of them, but it's not phenomenal. I fucking hate this Horus hat. I hate it so much. Go away. Be gone. I don't like you. Then we have the MK50, which is an alien promo item. As far as promo items go, it's another instance of thing from game put in TF2. You're going in E tier. And it's so fucking big. We have the fucking, oh, Dadliest Catch, there you go. Dadliest Catch. From the Squid Dad game, or Octo Dad, whatever the fuck it was. Really dumb. It's just the head of the Octodad, but now it's on everybody's head. Thing from game in TF2. And these are all shit. It's going in E tier. I'm sorry. One of the original flavor of the month games. Yeah, that was absolutely one of the original flavor of the month games. And then like another one that I just remembered was, what was that one where you play as like a rubber goat and you just destroy shit? I think it was just called Goat Game, if memory serves. That was another flavor of the month game. It was like, or was it Goat Simulator? I don't fucking know. Goat Sim, whichever one it was where you just click and drag a goat and demolish a small town. That's what it was. Ghost of Spy Checked Past. Like, at least this one has ties, or more direct, immediate ties to Team Fortress 2. There's a little bit of thought and charm put into this one, so I'll bump it a little bit higher than the other Follow Me Behind the Back cosmetics. A little soul in this one. Unlike this one, which is a little shitty blob ghost. I'm gonna put you down here. Be gone. And then here's just the Flying Dutchman that follows you around. Oh my god, I can't believe these were put in the game. They're all so terrible. And we have the Brimstone. Another Halloween item. It's fine, I guess. It's just horns. D, I suppose. But put them here in D tier. They're okay. Or Binding of Isaac, rather. Not Halloween. Binding of Isaac, I apologize. But still, not that good of a cosmetic. Crown of the Old Kingdom. Was this Tomb Raider? I think this was Tomb Raider. It's just a Pharaoh's getup. Pharaoh's getup on everybody. This is just a really, really tacky, crappy hat. I'm gonna put it in E. It's not very good. But then so oddly enough, like if you're okay, this is an example of a really good promo item right here. Is the fucking Tomb Raiders. It's just glasses with tint on them. And they work really well. Like if you're gonna make a reference to something and put it in TF2 as your promo item, make it subtle, make it mesh with the game visually, and this is a promo item that checks off those boxes. Such a versatile cosmetic. It's really fucking cool. These are really good. I kind of want to put these in A tier. I think I will put these in A tier. They're pretty fucking good. They're sick. I like them. Okay, we are now approaching end of the line. We have the Boxcar Bomber. Pretty solid all-class hat. Kind of in the area, I don't know, I'd say probably top of B tier. It's pretty good. Cold Snap Cap. I'm not a fan of hats with a little pom-pom on top. They're fine. I guess I'll put this in B tier as well. It's just decent. Then we have the Flashdance footies. They look a little bit awkward on a few of the mercenaries, because again, they have to model over the existing geometry, but the ones where they look good, it's a pretty solid loadout filler. I'll put these in like low... I'll put these in high C tier for the Flashdance footies. Winter Woodsman, pretty decent. Another, I would say low A, high B. I'll put it in like high B, kind of around here. Decent hat, Winter Woodsman. I like it. I wouldn't say it's high A tier, but it's pretty good. Yeah, it also doesn't look that great on other classes. I like the way it looks on Heavy, Sniper, and Soldier. And maybe Spy. Scout, a little bit on Scout. Co-Pilot only looks good on Scout, and not really anybody else. This should have just stayed a Scout. This should have just been a Scout hat. Eh, it's fine. I guess B tier for this one as well. We'll put it like down here. Put you in B. Like, I think here is acceptable. I think that's fine. Looks okay on Sniper? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Fucking... Oh, look, it's a little characters from another game, except on your mercenaries. Yeah. Like, as far as promo items go, these are just, like, some of the worst of the worst. This is pure deletion territory. Pure deletion territory. Okay, I can't really rate this one. It's the finder's fee. So, this is the hat that's awarded to someone who finds a significant enough bug to where it could actually impact the game negatively. And if they report it, or if they find it and they send it into Valve, Valve rewards them by giving them this hat with the unusual effect of their choice. Can't really rate this one because it's so, so specially reserved, so I'll put it kind of in the badges tier. Originally, what they used to do before they put this hat in the game, because like once people figured out that they could get a cool hat by finding a bug, Valve made that hat, but before this, they would let the person kind of pick the hat and unusual effect of their choice, and so you used to get these really crazy unusuals that were only owned by one person. I'm trying to think of one. Like, oh god, like hats that shouldn't be unusual, like something like a burning gibbous or a sunbeams gibbous or or an unusual Max's head or an unusual Bill's head, things like that. Valve would give out those kinds of hats to people that found bugs, right? But then once people found out again that they could get a free hat from Valve, they had to make more of a universal bug finder hat, and that's the result. So. Because once they found out they can get a cool hat, people were like scouring the game for shit and trying to break it, and not like intentionally break it and then release it, but like try to find things that are broken so they can then get a hat. Okay. We are now entering the turning point. We have left end of the line. We have left 2014. We're now entering 2015. We're now entering the era of the tiered cosmetics when Valve started copying Counter-Strike with their rarity tiers. You're going to notice a very sharp decline very quickly in the quality of all-class hats. I really enjoy your tier list videos. Do you have any more planned after this? People want me to do unusual effects. I'm gonna have to do them, I'm sure. Unusual effects and taunts. Yeah, probably. I'll have to do them at some point. And so, ladies and gentlemen, first up, everyone's favorite fucking elite grade, the Captain Cardbeard Cutthroat. It's like it was made by a child. It's like a 5-year-old arts and crafts session. Valve saw this and went, yeah, that's pretty good. That's worthy of an elite grade. Yeah, fuck it. Put that in there. They'll pay for that. One of the worst hats ever put in the fucking game. It's so egregiously, insultingly bad. And then we have the fucking banana hat. This was the true beginning of the end, right? Because most of the garbage, you can see, was largely contained to Halloween items and promotional items, and also Robotic Boogaloo, the disaster that it was. But this was the quintessential turning point of everything going downhill. This was the beginning of the end. Was the addition of the fucking banana hat. Death of the art style. This was the first of many nails in the coffin. Wheezy, we love you. Wheezy, friend of the channel. Not really. He probably doesn't want to be associated with my channel, but Wheezy, nice guy. Listen, bucko. Your hat sucks. And what it represents is the death of one of the most meticulously and beautifully designed art styles ever for Team Fortress 2. Like, if anyone ever dares to utter the phrase evolution of TF2 style, please, I encourage you, install the vanilla game, fire it up, just go into a server with bots and nothing else, and just put that hat on somebody and tell me that the existence of this cosmetic represents an evolution and not a bastardization. It's not an evolution. Anyways, what this hat represents should have never been put in the game. Be gone with the banana hat. Die, burn, go away. And it's so funny because it's happened to so many other games, and I mean, hey, better late than never. But you have all these other people coming out about things like Rainbow Six and Call of Duty and Halo. We're like, hey, yeah, maybe it's kind of bad that we lost a lot of what made these games visually and tonally charming in favor of throwing in a whole bunch of microtransactions, you know? It's very comforting to see people slowly swinging back from the really extreme shitification and slopification of so many games. So, yeah, Call of Duty got especially bad. It's kind of sad, but again, I'm glad people are swinging around. I really am. Rotation sensation is basically a backwards Manco store cap. It's fine. It's just a decent hat. I'll put it in C tier. It's okay. It's acceptable. It's aight. Okay, then we have the Captain Spaceman. Excuse me, Captain Spaceman and the Phononaut. I'll do these at the same time. Actually, no, I should do I'll do Space Hamster Hammy too. Ooh, he's so fucking big. Space Hamster Hammy. And then the Universal Translator. So, when it came to the Invasion cosmetics, I really enjoyed some of them because they had the retro-futuristic style that you would kind of expect from sci-fi alien elements being incorporated into like a 60s, 70s era game, right? And also things that are just like straight up, like this is what astronauts would wear and going to the moon in the 70s, and this is more of the retro future, this is also more of the retro future. I like these because they achieve that level of charm. They're not that bad. Space Hamster Hammy can fuck off. I hate this fucking thing. You're like here. Like, go away. Fuck this thing. But these have a certain level of charm. They don't look that good, but I don't want to put them too low. I'll put both of these in D tier. Actually, I'll put all three in D tier. They're not horrible, but they have a certain level of charm with the retro future and, you know, the kind of realistically accurate representations of like space gear at the time, so it's okay. Cats all over the body, which for like, why are these so expensive? They're like, they don't even look good. They don't even look good. And yet for some reason, Trader Mains hoarded these and massively inflated the price. And they suck. It's a shitty cosmetic. Yeah, it costs like $250 for these. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and they're like, the modeling work on these is terrible. They're creepy. Yes, I completely agree. Like, these are Reddit. These are like peak Reddit tier kitty cats. Go away. And this thing just sucks. Just a duckbill hat. Yeah. So cheesy and tacky. Oh my god. Go away. Please, get out of my game. Oh, horrible. Grim Tweeter. This just sits on your shoulder. It's a little OC that sits on your shoulder. It's kind of shit. I'm putting it in E tier. Not a good Halloween cosmetic. Yeah, a big, fat, ugly Y. And then we have the prehistoric pullover. It's like something a toddler would wear. Like the duckbill hat. It's like something a kid would wear going to like a carnival or a festival or something. Or like he goes to Universal Studios in Florida. This is what he's walking around in. Like, ugh. These are so shit. Like, it's like children wear these. No, E, bad. Actually, no, I'm gonna put these, I'm putting both of these in O, I hate this. Go away. My god. I cannot believe these exist. I really cannot believe these fucking exist. These fucking shitty Batman items where it's just Batman but in TF2. Horrible. 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 Just the worst cosmetics ever put in this fucking game. Tragic. Terrible. Zero justification for this at all. What was that noise? Loud. Terrible. Fucking terrible. And look, it's just Joker. Look, it's Joker and the bitch. I forget her name because I don't read cape shit. You know, it's the Joker and his bitch that are on your, yeah, look, we fun. Blech. Horrible. But why? But Jesse, why can't the Joker? Why can't you have Joker in TF2? I like Joker. Because I like the Joker. It's okay if it's fun. Then you just hate fun. You just hate TF2 if you don't want the Joker to be in TF2. Why do you hate the Joker? You hate Batman too? You hate everything. Clearly, if you don't like Batman, you can't have Joker in TF2. You just can't have it. You can't have no Joker in TF2. Well, you fucking bigot. You racist. Well, you fucking hate minorities too. If you can't have the Joker in Team Fortress 2, you just fucking hate everything. Shouldn't be in the game. Fucking awful. A well-wrapped hat. Now they went too far. These are the tasteful Christmas top hats. This one is where they went a little bit too far. The big, giant, tacky, big bow. Big, giant, tacky, big bow. C tier. D tier. C tier. Put it in C tier. Not very good. Chillo is fine, I suppose. It's okay. I'll put it in C tier. It's not that good, but it's a decent winter hat. Patriot Peak is just a diet team captain. You can't. I'm not a fan of the way this one looks. It's a little too tall. It doesn't go that well with other cosmetics. I mean, it goes well with there's a couple of really cool loadouts I've seen made with this hat. For example, that recent trench coat that we got for Pyro with that mask looks really fucking badass with this hat. I was tempted to make that loadout myself. But beyond that, not many instances where this hat looks very good. I'm gonna put it in C. Excuse me. Put it in C tier. I think C tier is okay for the Patriot Peak. Cheap Unusual. Yeah, it's a fairly cheap Unusual. It's just eh. Do I even bother rating the? It's just such a mess. It's such a visual mess, man. It's the Jack from Pastime. But they didn't even try to make it look okay. Like all of these are so ugly. It's like vomit. It is vomit. Here's the little badge, and here's the early participation pin. Like I'll put the pin in the badges, I guess, but the rest of these are just so ugly. So bad. I don't even know what else to say. What were they thinking with these? They're so nasty. Ugh. It's like you go into a restaurant and you're served a plate full of just shit. Horse shit. Yeah. There's nothing redeeming or charming about these at all. Even like you know it's bad when you're given a free hat and you don't even want it. Like that's how bad it is, right? You're given a free hat, you don't even want it because of how fucking ugly it is. Ugh. Valve added Pastime because they just thought it was cool, I guess. They just stopped caring. I don't know. Bedouin Bandana doesn't really look like a cosmetic from Team Fortress 2. It looks like it's from a different game entirely. It's not that great. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this one. It's not terrible. I'll put it in D tier, I suppose. Just not. It's eh. It's eh. And then here we have some of the, or I think these were part of the group of the last ever promotional items placed into Team Fortress 2. The shitty Prinny hat and the Prinny pouch. Yeah. What fucking game was this? I don't even know. I don't know the game. However you pronounce Disgaea or Disgaea, I don't know. They both suck. I'm putting them in E tier. They're just bad hats. They're just bad. I don't want to keep going. I see what's coming. I don't want to keep going anymore. We don't have a lot of good hats anymore. It makes me sad. I don't want to keep going anymore. It's like ripping off a fucking band-aid, and there's so many more. Oh. At least this one's not too terrible. It's a big, gaudy crown. Class crown. Yeah, D tier, I guess. Put you in D. Sure, fuck it. Little bitey. It's a shitty bat beanie with button eyes. Yeah, everyone's favorite. Yeah, this is what I think about when I think about a hat in Team Fortress 2. Oh my god. D, E, I guess E tier for you. Fucking terrible. Nasty Norseman isn't too bad. I guess D tier for the Nasty Norseman. I'll put you, like, there. That's fine for D tier. Spookticles! Like, you cannot make shit like this up, man. Like, you can't make shit like this up. This is shit you get at a party store. And you wear it around the game. Like, that's what this is. It's just... So bad. You can make like a silly little Sans loadout if you want. Sure. The end shitification of Team Fortress 2. I hate this. I'm not keeping them on. I can't do it. They're not comfortable. Fucking awful, man. Then we have the Toadstool Topper. It's just a mushroom. I know people are gonna say Vine Sauce loadout, but it's just a mushroom. It's just a fucking mushroom! E tier, I guess. Fuck it. Put you in E tier. The unusual cap I can't really rate because this is only given to people that have an unusual effect accepted into the game with their effect on it. So I'll slap that in the badges tier. Oh my god, Illustrator's lagging because of how much... Come on, take it back. Stop it! You know, if you think about it, an animal pelt isn't the worst idea, right? An animal pelt isn't the worst idea. For, say, a class like Sniper, right? He hunts in the outback. That's part of his, like, bare bones canon lore, right? But that would at least have to be something that he would hunt. This is just so overtly furry. It's so overtly furry. It's meant to be furry. They knew what they were doing. Absolutely. They absolutely knew what they were doing. The only reason why people use this is because it's for furries. It is the quintessential #1 furry hat in Team Fortress 2. Into the depths you go, into the pits. Yeah, and it's only gonna get worse from here, folks. It's only gonna get worse from here. We have the snowman, everyone's favorite. It's a snowman beanie. Also, it's elite grade for some fucking reason. Yeah. Awesome. We love these shitty Christmas hats. They're so lovely and wonderful. Here's the woolen warmer. This one's okay. This is an acceptable beanie. I think this is fine. I'll put this in like, it's better than the Chillo, that's for sure. I guess I'll put it in like upper C tier or lower B tier. I guess upper C tier is fine for it. It's a decent one. You got this when you purchased Fight Songs? Correct me if I'm wrong. You got this when you purchased the vinyl records for TF2's soundtrack. It's a shit hat. It's going in E tier, but I think it's how you got it, if memory serves. This isn't even from Team Fortress 2. Like, you couldn't even make an argument that this looks like TF2 in any way, shape, or form. This straight up looks like an asset taken from a different game and then stapled into Team Fortress 2. Like, this is one of the worst offenders of that, in my opinion. Through and through. And it's so big, it's like a giant frisbee stapled on top of the mercenaries' heads. I fucking hate it. This hat is so unnecessarily big, and no one uses these awful Aztec items that came out of Jungle Inferno. These were all terrible. No one uses these. This is the Aztec warrior. I don't think I've ever seen this hat. I've never seen this hat ever. I've never seen anyone own this. I've never seen anyone wear it. I've never seen anyone trade it. I've never seen one for sale. I think when people unboxed this, they just deleted this immediately. Internationally ugly. Internationally undesirable. This hat, yeah, this hat might as well not exist. It's really bad. It's a frog! Yes! It's a frog! Yes, I love frogs! Hunter in the Darkness, it's fine, I suppose. It's a reasonable hat. It's a serviceable hat. You can do stuff with it. Make loadouts with it. I'll put it in C tier. So remember when I was saying that the surgical mask was the femboy item, right? Remember when I said the surgical mask was the femboy item? I forgot this one existed. This is the femboy item. And there is no refuting this. This is the femboy item. There have been tooth and nail fights over unusual versions of this hat by femboys, clawing at each other's throats so they could get this. Yet another promotional baseball cap. That's okay, I guess. It's a, free hat. You do with it what you will. You can't really do too much with it. I'm gonna put it in C tier with the other baseball hats, or baseball caps that you get, it's fine, I guess. It's okay. The Pithy Professional is a hat that exists, and it used to be kind of valuable because it was all class. You get it in unusual, so it was a little bit valuable, but not so much, not so popular these days. It doesn't go with much. You can't really make good loadouts with this. It really is standalone, and even standalone, it's not a very good hat at all. I guess D tier for this one, like kind of around there. It's just not very good. All pocket cosmetics should be removed from this fucking game except the pocket medic. It's like the only one I can make an argument for. Quizzical Quetzal. It's just a bird. It's just a bird and nothing else. Nothing tying it to the game, nothing, no charm, no thought, no soul. It is just a bird. Bird up, go away. Saxton's hat, fine. No issues. C tier. It's just Saxton's hat. It's okay. C tier. C tier for Saxton's hat. It's okay. It's just a snake. It's just a snake and nothing else. It's just a snake that goes around your neck. Awesome. Cool. Shit. Probably the most highly desired Fempyro cosmetic out there. They clamor over this one next to the reindeer head. It's the reindeer head, and it's this one that you see the most. Also, I could consider this a femboy item. There's some fights over this one for the femboy item. It's mostly Fempyro that I see. That being said, I'm casting it into the void. Meh. So many shitty beanies. So many shitty beanies. We've barely scratched the surface. We have many more to go. So many other shitty beanies. Yeah. Where did I put the other one? I don't even remember. I guess I'm... Do I put all the beanies here? Yeah, there's the snowman beanies here. Caribou beanies here. Pocket Santa. And a pocket Yeti. And it just a fucking dog. It's just a dog on your shoulder and nothing else. Like, remember what I said a moment ago, where you see a very immediate and sudden decline in the quality of cosmetics being put in this fucking game? Do you see this now? Do you see it now? And it was especially apparent with all class cosmetics. Ugh. Fuck all these awful pocket cosmetics. Get out. Be gone. Dog is Reddit. We started going too far when it became the norm to refer to a dog as a pupper. When people started doing that, humanity was marked as doomed. In my eyes. When people started referring to dogs as puppers, that was my sign that there is no going back. That it will be a now very gradual decline into our extinction. Humanity has peaked. It's over. We're done. We're going downhill from this point on. Robin Walkers. Think about if you showed this to the original dev team from way back in the day, right? And they said, yeah, this should be something we put in the game as paying homage to one of the original developers. They would laugh at you. And their shit. Reddit. I'm a furry and I reckon we all deserve to be removed from this mortal coil yesterday. Oh, man. Yeah, you would have been laughed out of the entire building. Just stupid. Tundra Top, this one's fine. It's as far as like beanies go, it's reasonably good. You can mix and match. You can make some decent loadouts with it. I'll put it in like low B tier. It's a decent hat. It's a decent hat. Just for what purpose, man? Robin Walker's is the best loadout filler cosmetic. You are very wrong. In my opinion, that would be the scarves. Yeah, little skull headphones, guys. Yeah, why? Yeah, quite literally Fortnite. Like this is another peak. I really should have made a Fortnite tier. I didn't. But these are like peak Fortnite. These are genuinely shit. It's a kitty cat. Lucky cat beanie, little happy cat face. Yeah, and people really try to sell this hat for a lot of money when it's in unusual form. Into the void you go. So expensive because it's elite grade. Look, guys, it's a giant spider with a top hat. Everyone's favorite. Fuck. So terrible. Along with the other little shitty animal companions, you go away now. Cannot believe when the short came out, right? When the short came out, they leaned into the bread gag a little bit too much, you know, with the bread bite and the self-aware beauty mark and what have you. They went a little too far already, but then they just said, fuck it, let's add even more shitty poisoned bread items into the game. Ugh. This is a terrible hat. Someone tried to trade me one of these before, and I immediately denied the trade offer and laughed because it's so fucking bad. I have to clean off my glasses again. Yeah, American bread is not even bread if you're not buying it fresh from a bakery, made in a factory. Heard a YouTube channel called Gear Knob made a Top Gear videos and they released a video today about the day it died in its peak. I should check it out because I love Top Gear. Pocket Admin. Yeah, more fucking Pocket Cosmetics that no one ever fucking uses. It's a fucking polar bear. Like, just no thought, no charm, no soul, not even any attempt to make a cosmetic that adheres to the game's tone, theme, and stylization. No, just absolutely pure bottom of the barrel, zero effort whatsoever shit that was squirted out because they knew Valve would accept it and throw it in the game so they could get a paycheck. Just another one of the worst fucking items ever made and put in the game. All these awful little animals, just slap them on the player model. God. Hate it. Okay, but hear me out. I'm not hearing you out, Joey. Whatever you say is going to be wrong. I will not, not doing it. With the Hong Kong cone, you can add it on your soldier as a panda. No Kung Fu Panda nonsense. Stapler specs, they're okay. They're not great as far as a glasses mustache combo go. I'll put them in D tier. They're not the worst. Again, it's like something a child would wear. It's like something a child would wear when he's walking around Universal Studios. It's just fucking horrible. Just horrible. Cast you down to here. Nasty. I know people love their meme loadouts. I know people love these fucking things. Like, I will say they are at least small, right? It's not subtle wacky. It's not subtle humor. It's very upfront and forward with what it's trying to do. But they're at least small. I can't be too punishing on these, but I'm not gonna put them lower. Sorry, I'm not gonna put them higher than C tier. That's as far as I'm willing to go for the fucking binoculars, okay? It's just a face mask, but bread. It's so bad. I know I'm repeating myself over and over again by just saying things are bad, but this really is just terrible. This really is just terrible. It's not even funny. You can't even make a decent, funny loadout with this. You can put all the bread cosmetics together, sure, fuck it. Just so comically terrible. Ugh. I'm casting you into the fire. Horns that change with each class. As far as a Halloween cosmetic goes, it's okay. We'll put it in D tier. I guess right there is fine. You can mix and match a bit with that one. It's not the worst. I'm sorry, Starry Crow. I know you like your shitty hat, but I don't like it. I'm casting it into the void. I hate it. I really do. We have pocket Halloween bosses, baby. Yeah, more shitty pocket cosmetics. They added so many of these that nobody fucking wanted. No one wanted them. No one kept them. Everyone immediately sold them, but they kept adding them anyways. Why? Fucking why? There's no excuse for it. Ugh. Bumblebeanie, little shitty bumblebee hat, yay, oh my god, kill me, please, God, just take me out of this everlasting nightmare. And this fucking hat, it's just a cookie, it's a fucking cookie crown, it sucks so much. Who likes this? Who uses it? It's fucking elite grade, my god. It is just one after another. There is no relief. This is the endless pits of hell for at least a few more rows in my folder. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's terrible. Everything. It's like I'm putting it down here. This is just insultingly bad. Then you have the Citizen Kane, which isn't that much better. Giant candy cane hat. Fuck yeah, like at least they had the thought to make it into the shape of a fucking, top hat. That's something anyway, so I'll put it in E tier. But good God. We have pocket cookies. I'm not crazy, right? I'm not crazy. Like, I can't tell you, like over the years as I started calling out the garbage Valve was putting in this game, right? I'm not crazy in that people fucking hate these things, right? That no one likes this. Like no one, like I can't say no one because someone out there enjoys these, but the overwhelming majority of people fucking hate these cosmetics. I too absolutely loathe the existence of these. I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, the standards went out of the window when Valve stopped giving a shit, and then workshoppers realized that if Valve doesn't give a shit, we don't have to give a shit either, and they just followed suit. Shit, garbage, trash, look, even more. There's no relief. We just keep going. It's just a garland that you put around your fucking neck. Oh look, it's a snow globe, but it's turned into a hat and put on your head. There is no release from this. Someone take me away. Release me from my mortal coil. It's just a fucking penguin. It's an endless gauntlet of shit. It is an endless strife from hell. It is a march of death, and it does not stop. It keeps going. Smith Saxton, this has at least some thought put into it, like, oh, it's Saxton's hat, but also a Santa hat. I can at least say, okay, congratulations, you gave this more than 5 minutes thought when you put this together. And it's a serviceable Santa hat. I'll put this one in C tier, but at the bottom of C tier. This one's just okay. And then this one is just ham. It's just a giant fucking ham turned into a hat. Who the fuck thought this was okay? Who at Valve? Who the fuck was it at Valve that saw this? I want to have some words. I want to have a conversation. Who the fuck at Valve saw this and went, yeah, this is good for TF2. This'll make people open the fucking cases. Holy God. I feel the blood coming up into my throat. I'm gonna fucking choke on my own fluids. So unforgivably bad. No, it's not elite grade, thankfully. Oh, by the way, here, so a fucking no-brainer. A no-brainer would to put Half-Life references in TF2. Something Valve could have done very early on, but they just never did. Until 2020, until 2020, right? Where they finally said, you know what? We'll throw you guys a bone. We'll put a Half-Life reference in the game, but you know what? We'll make it bread. Fuck you, here's your head crab. Eat shit. Now open the fucking boxes. It's like a spit in the goddamn face. At so many opportunities, to put a cool Half-Life cosmetic in the game, even just a normal fucking head crab. Like, oh, it's the head crab, but in TF2 because it's Half-Life and Valve made it, fine. But no, fuck you. It's made out of bread. Because Soldier teleported bread in that one short where they gave him a lobotomy. Awesome. It is truly insulting, and I'm going to put it in Reddit because for some reason Reddit likes this hat. Okay, the Hypno Eyes. This type of glasses are really fucking cool. The style without the swirls is a really kick-ass cosmetic. These are really fucking badass. Not the swirl style, but the solid color style is really fucking nice. If I were to disregard, if the swirly-eyed style wasn't there, they would go all the way up in Pog tier, because these are some of the most badass glasses in the game. But because the default is the swirl, I gotta bump them down by a couple of tiers. Because the animated swirls just shouldn't be something in the game. We should not have animated textures in TF2, in my opinion. But I will give them B tier. I will give them B tier. By the way, fuck you. You want bread shoes? Oh, want some bread shoes? Look, guys, it's because Soldier teleported bread. Soldier teleported bread, guys. So listen. Here's my genius idea. I have a genius idea. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Soldier teleports bread in the short, right? This is very important. We have some fucking. We're gonna get technical here. Right? So like, listen, we have some detailed sketches to make here, right? So here's my idea. It's genius. So we have the soldier, right? Here's the soldier, right? Here's the soldier. We gotta go full screen for this. You know, here's the soldier, right? Here's the soldier, right? There's soldier, right there. There he is. And what he does is he teleports the bread, right? Like, there's the bread. There's the bread. And there's the teleporter. And what happens is it teleports over here, right? To the other teleporter. Yeah. There it is right there. There's the other teleporter right there. And then, oh, the bread teleports. Yes. And then, what if it was on his feet? What if they were shoes? Yes. Genius. They're so bad. They're so bad. Oh, they're horrible. The genius idea. I'm sold. Someone at Valve was. They convinced Valve, the billion-dollar company, to put that shit in the game. Oh my god. Guys, it's a bit. It's a fucking bit. Oh my god. It's just a bit. Relax. We're all having fun. No, I'm not actually that mad. I play it up. It's for fun. That last statement was a lie, because now I'm actually mad. It's just the severed hand. I know it's like, you know, Addams Family reference, I guess, but it's just so dumb. It's just a hand. I'll give them. I'm assuming it's an Addams Family reference, so I'll throw them a bone and put it in E tier for that reason. I will defend my bread crab for the horror loadout, but I will not defend those shits. Hey, amen, brother. Thank you. Yeah. There's your femboy hat. Why is it that femboys claimed stripes? Why is it that femboys claim stripes? Why is that? Can someone explain that phenomenon to me? If it has stripes, the femboys come. It's a phenomenon that has yet to be thoroughly studied. I wish someone did. Like, that is a full-blown 3.5-hour YouTube video essay, easily. Several million views. Why femboys like stripes? As far as slop goes, it's not as bad as all of this, but it's still in the oh, I hate this tier. We did it again. Except we have Christmas. We have not Christmas. And now we have Halloween. Halloween Booncorn. Yeah, we love Halloween Booncorn. The fact you can wear this year-round, the fact that this is not Halloween restricted, is insulting. Like, you should not be able to wear this year-round. This should not happen. Just, oh my god. If this was Halloween restricted, fine, I wouldn't be that upset with it, but it should not be. I mean, yeah, grown man yells at pixels. That's just what I do, man. I'll put an E. Like, at least we're kind of coming away from objects. Like, okay, here, now, it's a bandana, except the pumpkin face. So there you go. Guy ran a marathon in a cosplay of Shimikaze from Kanko. Like, damn, that's dedicated. I could never run a marathon in cosplay. That would kill me. I can't run a marathon to begin with. This is not nearly as bad. I'm gonna put this in like, oh, I hate this tier, kind of around here. We're not quite in the void. Handsome Devil is yet another Oni mask. It's not great. Another devil demon mask. I'm gonna put it in, oh, I hate this. Maybe not that bad. I'll put an E. It's not the worst. This, however, is pretty fucking bad. This is it's just a jack-o'-lantern on your head, except it's half the jack-o'-lantern, and fuck you, because, you know, why not? The impish ears. Yeah, fuck yeah. So cool. I can make a goblin loadout, I guess. Cool. Yeah, Yoda loadout. Yeah, nobody uses these. Like, it's so funny because, like, what happens, right? Like, what happens? These get added to the game. Twitter loses their minds. Reddit loses their minds. They point and laugh and go, oh, it's funny, it's funny! And then none of them play the game. None of them use this cosmetic. And they go right back to using all of the traditional hats they always did. Like, these are jokes made for people that either don't play the game or don't use these hats to begin with. And so all that happens is they end up rotting on the community market for 3 cents a piece. And then the cycle continues. Why? Why? Seriously, who at Valve got a massive boner for cardboard? Why did they think people like these? All of the little cardboard cutout shits no one likes. They're all so ugly. Just why? I don't understand. Someone at Valve really enjoys Nintendo Labo or something. Yeah, I don't get what's going on with this stuff, man. Remember, it's not Valve. Valve doesn't pick it for them, they pick it for us. It's our fault. They just pick what they think we like. Don't forget that. That's what Dave Riller said. They get into a meeting, they go, would they like this? Yeah, they'd like the shitty cardboard crown. Yeah. There really is no excuse for this. It's just, it's another insultingly bad hat. I'm gonna speed run these. You know, fortune teller tooth hat, bad. Pumpkin face hat, yeah, great. More Party City garbage, except this one's a mummy. Yeah, it's a mummy and it bounces around. Yeah, everyone's fucking favorite. These are so horrible, horrible. Wake me the fuck up. Get me out of this everlasting nightmare that just keeps going. It just keeps going. There is no end to this. Candy antlers. Why? It's like something out of the goddamn Dr. Seuss book, except now it's in TF2. Everyone loves it. Candy cane antlers. You love to more shit on head. Ugh. Awful. These are especially egregious. Festive Fascinator. It's just Christmas lights on your goddamn head with a headband. It's literally this. Just get out of here, please. Oh, it's so tiny. It's okay. Guys, I have an idea. You know Christmas, right? Christmas is a thing. People open presents for Christmas, you know? People open presents. But then what do they do with the boxes? You know, they throw the boxes away. They throw them away. But what happened? What if they put them on their feet? They put them on their feet, man. It's a great idea. They'll buy that. I'm running out of room in my tears. I'm running out of room. We have the Jolly Jiggler. Just fucking, like... TF2 really entered a very dark period for quite a while there. For some years, we just got nothing but absolute fucking garbage. It's so bad. You can paint this brown, and it looks like a pile of shit. That's the only redeeming quality this one has. It's at least a hat, kind of. Put you in the, oh, I hate this. Here we go. Here's at least something that resembles a breath of fresh air. It's another serviceable pom-pom beanie. This is fine. I'll put this in, like, C tier. It's okay. This is okay. Finally something that's not insulting to the palate. And then... we go right back. We go right back. But that's you know everyone's favorite cosmetic, right? You know everyone's favorite cosmetic, the Rain Dunicorn. Everyone's favorite cosmetic. What if we turn that into a fucking beanie? You know what? You love it. Everyone's fucking favorite. This one could be worse, truth be told. I'll put this in, like, E tier. Gotta have a Crohn's dome for every season. Here you go. Here's your Christmas witch hat. You gotta have a Christmas witch hat. No thought other than, well, what if we take what's popular for Halloween and then make it a Christmas tree? It's our fault, guys, by the way. It's our fault. Totally not Valve's. Totally not the people who made it. We did this. It's our fault. It's the player's fault that this hat was made and Valve accepted it. It's our fault. I've only seen this hat in game once, because my friend unboxed an unusual version of this, and he was sad. And he was so sad this is the only unusual he ever had. And he wore it out of, he just had to wait. He just wore it because it was the only one he ever had. And then he sold it. This is just insulting, right? It's insulting like taking an American classic like apple pie, right? It's like taking the American classic of apple pie and then instead of using crust and apples and sugar, they use boot leather, a tire iron, and then maybe some grass clippings. And then here, just as good. Just as good. They took my classic hat, that is the towering pillar, and turned it into shit. Horrible. Kind of want to put, I'm putting the towering pillars in the voids. And look, guys, we did it again! It's the same joke again, except this time with beanies. Like, this one was so on the nose, man. This one was so on the nose. Like, the workshop knew that people were already tired of the fucking beanies. People, like, they were already fed up. People were complaining about the volume of beanies, and these motherfuckers were so spiteful that they saw that and raised a middle finger and said, fuck you, here's a towering pillar, and then Valve put it in the fucking game. This was made deliberately as an insult to the player base, which is hilarious to me, and now it's officially added. And the motherfucker got paid for it, which is even more insulting. Into the void you go. This one was it for me, honestly. Like, this one was it for me. This is when I really started trying to figure out just what the fuck was going on. When I saw that this one was put in the game, I'm like, alright, that's it. That's enough. I'm gonna start looking into this shit. Start looking into the Emporium. Started looking around the workshop. How does this shit work? Started doing my investigation. This is back in 2021. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm looking into how all this shit works. What the fuck is happening here? Because when this was put in the fucking game, that was it. I was done. No more. Unforgivably terrible. I'm putting you into... this one goes here, honestly. This is my turning point. It's so nice to see Valve catering to people with mental disabilities. Well, to be fair, we all still play TF2, so we're all still mentally disabled, so I think that we all fall into that category. We all fall into that category, because we all still play TF2. Mandatory attire, I consider this one as safe slop. I think this one's fine. It's okay. I'll put it in C tier. It's a cute idea. Cute idea, reasonably well executed, it's okay. One that is not, however, is we got not one, but 2 more witch hats. Yes! One is skulls and one is the Abominomicon! Hallelujah! It just doesn't get better. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, let's take the most hideous unusual effect. The most abhorrently disgusting amalgamation of pixels that ever had the misfortune of being slapped on a fucking hat. Let's take that and turn that into a beanie. Everyone's gonna love that one. I feel like I have to wash my hands after moving that with my mouse. Like, I have to swap out the mouse for a different one. Thank God I have 2. Like, I have to sanitize that later with bleach and salt. I have to get rid of the demons. The demons have to get taken away from this one. Thank God I have 2 mice. I can keep going. Yeah, holy water and salt. More spiders, because fuck it. More spiders, why not? Just an insulting level of tackiness that has no business being in Team Fortress 2. None. Awful. Like this looks like something out of Fortnite. Genuinely. Looks like something out of Fortnite. But it's funny! I like it! Therefore, if I like it, anything's okay! I mean, out of all the goalie masks we have, fine. It's okay. I'm gonna put this in D tier. It's not the worst. Another Party City hat. Not as bad as the Bat hat. I'll put it in E. No, I'm not. I'm not being that charitable. I'm putting you in I hate this tier. Go away. Literally a piece of notebook paper. I appreciate the humor with this one, right? Like, this one's at least not random object slapped on head. This is literal trash, but there's at least, like, the layer of the humor here for it. You know what I mean? Still not good. This one I'll put in E tier, but it's not, it doesn't belong in the void, in the trenches, unlike this next piece of shit. What the fuck? Why? What the flying fuck were they thinking putting this one in the game? It's just a zombie head on top of your head and it's a fucking hat. Fuck it. Why not? Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. In so many ways. Ugh. This is like one of the biggest kicks in the balls. Little funny springs on your head, guys. Yeah, again, literally this. I'm running out of room. Another towering pillar, because fuck it. Spit in the face once again. You go into the void with the other one. This one just sucks. It's so fucking bright and saturated. It's like something out of Beetlejuice. This is something out of Beetlejuice put in TF2. It's not as insultingly bad as like all of these down here, but it's still pretty fucking bad. I'll put it in E, I guess. This one just sucks. Like, we didn't get a normal arrow. That's so, like, it's such a classic visual gag to have the arrow going through the head, but it's the hat. But we just never got it. No, we get the candy cane. And then we get an unusual effect with the fucking arrow, but not just a hat. Why? We have the fruit shoot, but that's the bow through the apple. Or the arrow through the apple. Reminder that someone was paid for this, right? This is about as soulless as it gets. Like, I'm not even gonna give this one a rating. It's just gonna exist outside of the tier list. Actually, fuck it. Pretty much everything from the Winter 2021 collection, all of this shit belongs down here. None of this. This is quintessential rock fucking bottom Team Fortress 2 content right here. All of this shit. No, like, look at how awful all of these fucking things are. Yeah, remember everyone's favorite, the fucking Balloonicorn headphones? Fuck it, now you get them in Rain Dunicorn form. Why not? Great. And then the shitty cardboard Nomad, because why not? TF2 fans love cardboard. Now it's a festive gnome. And now we have what I have recently deemed to be the worst hat in Team Fortress 2. This is a question I've contemplated a lot. What is the worst hat in Team Fortress 2? Right? So many of these others. Yeah, like a little bit of thought went into them. You know, like, okay, like even like the little skull, like the skull beanie. Like he's got his arms, he's lifting his hat. It's a hat, right? Towering Pillar of Pumpkins. Yeah, you're referencing Towering Pillar of Hats. Fuck it. You're at least making an effort there. You're at least making something of an effort. It's not just a Christmas tree, it's a Christmas tree spring. It's not just a present, it's a present creature. Right? It's like they're like a bear, like two brain cells were rubbed together when making some of these, right? But this fucking hat, the Mary Cone, is about as subterranean with thought as you can get. No thought, no soul, nothing. It's just a fucking party hat with Santa's face on it. No charm, no jokes, no attachment to the game. You unbox it and you are greeted with a big fuck you. Here's your party hat. That's all you get. Thanks for the $2.50. Now fuck off and open more cases. It's about as insulting as it gets for a cosmetic that has been put into Team Fortress 2. It is so unforgivable. Such an unforgivable hat. And someone made money off of this. People open the cases, right? People open the cases, and they got thousands of dollars for this. I broke my party hat. Thank God I have a spare. The party continues, baby. We get to keep going. The party's back, baby. And this was the turning point. This was the turning point where Valve finally realized, after a massive outcry, you're welcome, that, you know what, maybe players don't really enjoy these hats. Maybe people don't want to buy these things. Maybe that hurts their bottom line by putting this crap in the game. So once people started speaking out against the utter trash that was being put in Team Fortress 2, things started turning around a little bit. Here we have the decorated veteran. taking a variety of existing TF2 skins and then putting them onto a summer bucket hat. Reasonably okay. Decent loadout versatility. It's pretty good. I'll put this one in B tier. It's a solid hat. And then we had a slip up with the undercover Broly, which is, you know, the umbrella hat for heavy, except now made all class. It is, unfortunately, shit. And then we have the beaten and bruised, which is, you know, you put some, you know, bruises and bandages. It's okay. You can do something with it. I'll put that in D tier. That's not as insulting as all the stuff that came before. The pronunciation of the Mary Cone makes it sound like the F slur in Spanish. Oh yeah, you are correct. And then we have this. It's pretty bad. I'm putting you down here, you're shit. Starlight Sorcerer. E. And then this one's just a fucking teddy bear. This one's just a fucking teddy. Nothing else, just a teddy bear, fuck you. On your shoulder. Customized per merc, you know, I have like the Scout's hat and what have you. It's still shit. It's just a fucking teddy bear on the mercenaries' bodies. It's just horrible. Go away. I'm out of room. I have no place to put this. And then we have the Colonel Kringle. Okay, so we have like a beret, except it looks like a Santa hat. Some thought went into this one. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty decent. I like this one. It's an acceptable holiday item that's reminiscent of the quality, and not quality, but the tone of these, right? This one's okay. I'm willing to give this one B tier. As far as Christmas hats go, that's one of the best. But then we fucked up with the festive rack. Another giant pair of antlers, but this time with Christmas lights on them. Fuck you. Oh, I hate this. Lumber cap. Trapper's flap. Both of these, pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good hats. Decent loadout potential. They're just good. I'll put this one in B tier. Same for the Trapper's flap. Both of these they're pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty good. I'll put them in B tier. Brothers in Blues Brothers reference looks pretty good in TF2. It's just, you know, it's okay. They're clawing their way back out of the pit. It's a pretty decent hat. I'll put this in like low B tier. No, it's high C tier. I'm not putting it in B tier. Full metal helmet, pretty decent. Personally, I really enjoy this one. As far as elite grades go, it's one of the better ones out there. I like it. A lot of decent loadout potential with this one. That's pretty good. It's kind of in the territory of this one. I forget the name already, but it's like this one, just a little bit worse. Put the cone in a place off the tier list? Sure. I hate these shitty clown masks. Shouldn't have been put in TF2. I think they look terrible. Put them in E tier. Yet another Demon Oni mask, because fuck it, they added one just like this the year prior, but you know what, screw it, we'll put another one in the game, why not? What the fuck were they thinking with this one? The ludicrously lunatic Lunan Fedora, that's already a mouthful. This cosmetic was part of a larger idea of slapping neon lights all over everything, but then they only took this hat, put it in TF2, and then made it all class for some reason. It looks really horrible. It's so bulbous and chunky and blocky, it truly is terrible. It is awful. Why is this hat so common? Because it's a mercenary grade. And it's a cheap all-class unusual. It's pretty shit. It's pretty shit. Mean Captain. Sex. BDSM. The amount of hats that look exactly like nowadays is hilarious. You can just tell Valve never truly pays attention to this game anymore unless it's top 10 trending on Twitter. Yep. Whatever's on the top pages on the workshop, that's what gets put in the game. That's how it's been for a very long time. That's why everyone uploads their stuff at around the same time, because it maximizes their chances of it being seen and then Valve putting it in the game. It's like, it's not even a popularity contest anymore. It was never a popularity contest. If it was a popularity contest, TF2 would have been inundated with terrible cosmetics many years ago. But it's like, it's always about what appears on the first pages on the workshop. Whatever Valve sees first, that's what they generally add. Usually. And then they pull out some surprises here and there, you know, with some stuff that's really old, and they say, yeah, fuck it, put it in. The Borders beanie, another beanie that's fine, serviceable, C tier. It's okay. Put you there. Cozy cover-up. The modeling work on this one is fucking terrible. Really underbaked. It's a decent concept, but it needed more time in the oven. I'm putting it in D tier. Dapper Dickens, it's, you know, yet another top hat, but this time with glasses. It's okay. I'll put it in C tier. It's just decent. It's a decent hat. Bottler 3000 is something that should have never been put in Team Fortress 2. We already had all the stuff that exists and extends off the character model out and behind, but the last thing we need is this spastic little object attached to the body of the Merc, flying around on the ground and adding yet even more visual noise to a game that was built to not be visually noisy. Fuck it, put this kind of thing in the game. This thing should not exist in Team Fortress 2, period. Has no business being in the game. And then Valve went out of their way and helped them with like custom coding to make it work. That shows just how detached Valve has become from this game. Brand loyalist, it's fine. Yeah, okay, yeah, so when it comes to the Bottler, the first time I saw this in game, I thought something was broken. Because a scout was using it, and this thing was just jittering and spazzing around on the ground. I thought my game was bugging out. These are okay. It's more ball caps that look fairly decent. I'll put them in C tier with the others. Fleet Commander, because fuck it, anybody can be a pirate now. D, not a fan of this one. Spider Sights, trash, horrible. Going in the void. Trigonophorus Gentlemanus, taking an existing hat concept, which is mostly shit, and then making it even more shit, and then all class. Go away. Then we have the Dapper Noel, which is yet another Santa hat, except this time with the facial hair. So, D tier, I guess. Then we have the Necro Prancer, Reindeer Skull. Taking an existing hat that was rare and special, now making it for everybody. Not that I care from a trading standpoint. Still not that great. E tier for this one, I suppose. Pretty fucking huge. And then because I couldn't find a PNG for this one, last but certainly not least, we have yet another pair of headphones. I didn't even know these were added to the game. They're headphones, but at least they're not Balloonicorn or Halloween themed. I'll put them here. In D tier. We're done. I'm done. 4 fucking hours! 4 fucking hours, man. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. What happened? I know what happened. But just look... We've come on this journey together, you and I, through this gradual decline into a hellscape, where there's no thought, no soul, no charm, the complete and utter subversion of everything TF2 stood for stylistically, artistically, tonally, for the sake of earning money. All of that cast to the wayside for your dollars. You hate to see it. Finally, these tier lists are done. Finally, these fucking tier lists are done. Now I can stream myself doing other things. Ay, ay, ay. I'm finally free. In the end, it was corporate greed that ruined this game. Visually, ruined this game. And also, well, also ruined this game. Thanks, Meet Your Match. So true. Incredibly true. Listen, I already did Warpaint tier lists, so I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again. Hang on, I gotta clean these glasses with like a proper alcohol wipe. Yeah, I will, I'll save a proper PNG of this tier list and I'll post it inside the Discord for everyone to see. I will save it there this time. And I will not forget. Unusual tier list, TF2. I am not doing a TF2ber tier list. First of all, I don't even watch TF2bers. I watch like 2. I watch like 2, and then any tier list I ever see, I don't even know who like 2/3 of the people are. And also, a TF2ber tier list coming from me, you know how well that would work out. That would not be good. Not the best idea. Thought about doing it be fun and controversial. You're not wrong. It would be fun, and it would be controversial. So if that's your angle, it's gonna work. Are the April 1st plans still underway? I don't have any plans for April 1st. I'm gonna like sleep for 3 days now that this tier list is done. Sent that gear knob video? Thanks, man. I will take a look. God, my glasses were dirty. Now they're covered in fuzz. My channel wouldn't be the same without these awful cosmetics. I feel like I would have a much lower level of notoriety if bad hats were never put in this game. I think I'd be in a much more acceptable position in the eyes of the public surrounding Team Fortress 2. But no, because I call these hats bad, people wish for my life to be gone. My life to be taken away from me. I agree, being critical is a good thing. Being critical is a good thing. Demanding for better is a good thing, right? These are things that more people should do more often, especially when it comes to Valve, especially when it comes to their games. My rants, the tier list, dude, there's like hundreds of them. It would take days. It would take days for you to make that list. I'm very excited about Metroid Prime 4. I hope it's good. Oh, I hope it's good. Trailer looks awesome. Really hoping it's good. Fingers crossed. Can't wait to see Ridley again. See, no, sadly, I did not post any of my previous tier lists. That was a mistake. I should have. Oh well. You're gonna have to go back and watch all the other VODs. Speaking of VOD, I'm gonna cut the recording now, so goodbye, YouTube.